start it.
Right. What's up, guys? Here we are, episode 3 of the Home Concert Channel. I am your host, Armando Perez. I'm joined here by Federico Arroyo, Jonathan Bakirin, Andres Rodriguez, Oscar Jasso, as always, and we're honored by our third guest on the show. Second, are we counting ourselves as guests?
I don't count.
Okay, then second guest on the show, Aghostas Murfies. We're going to be calling him
flesh.
Alo. In the flesh.
Augustus is a man that I know, and he sends me files, and I share his work for him.
Okay, it's his alias.
He's
He's Dr. Seuss himself.
Musician.
This guy's a madman.
Director, just all around creative guy. Aghostas Murfies, how you doing, man?
I'm very well.
May I add, most importantly, a great younger brother.
Pretty solid.
The better brother.
Cooler than our. Oh, yeah, I guess I didn't say that. He's the younger brother of our producer and editor over there that you can't see, Andres Rodriguez.
Very underqualified person.
But yeah, I mean, once again, this is the Home Concert Channel. You guys know what we're about, hopefully, by episode 3. We bring musicians on, we collaborate with them, we have them talk about their biggest challenges, what inspires them to create music, what their biggest inspirations are, and yeah. So what's going on with you, man? How you doing? What's going on in your life right now?
This second.
I'm just
Have
going
fun.
to school.
Where at?
Southwestern Collegio.
Oh, yeah.
Film and television major.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah. Very, from what we've seen, very creative film endeavors. So, like, when I visited your YouTube channel, like, how do you even begin the process of creating your movies? Let's start there before we get into your music.
Movies?
Yeah, like the pork loins one that we saw earlier. The
Pork loins and
grease
grease
traps.
That one, I had that idea like in 11th grade. And it was like a major script. It was like, it would have cost like $12,000.
Did you budget it? And you're like,
and then over the
You know
years, it like kept getting lower and lower. And then it turned into that.
How much did it cost?
$20
$20 and
That
some chicken
one?
McNugget.
Pretty much zero.
You have to pay for the pork loins.
the grease traps. Well,
I don't think
you
I-
used like materials that you had already.
I mean, I
right?
paid for gas. That's pretty much it.
So did your budget get lower because you just started figuring out ways to save the money? You know.
Or did your idea change to
No,
like,
the-
okay, we can't do that?
It's just when I get the idea out at first, I always do it without any limitations. So I just imagine I have infinite amount of money,
How
and
would I do
then
it?
boom, and then I'm like, all right, let's make a more realistic thing.
It's true.
That's cool.
I mean,
That's
you're
smart.
still going to school, so who has money when they go to school?
Yeah, no money.
I feel like, I mean, I don't know if Southwestern College does this, but if you're that, do they have like programs to give you stuff to be like, oh, we're gonna provide you with this budget, go make a movie for our class?
No,
Nothing like that.
I don't know about that. I'm in the program for getting a degree for film. It's like some kind of film program. So
They gave you a camera though,
they did give me a camera,
4K camera.
4K
Oh.
capabilities.
I feel like that's cool though to like start with nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Start with like, hey, I have to find a way to make my idea happen without having to spend money. Like whatever you have around you, just how can I
Yeah.
make a story out of this?
You know who? I'm sure you've seen this guy, but he has a YouTube channel, David Sandberg. He directed Shazam and he directed Lights Out. You know that movie, the horror movie that came out a while ago?
Yeah.
He's very like, he makes videos like, here's how I did this in this time crunch, or here's how I
Oh.
did this under budget. And he explains like everything. It's really cool. I've seen some of the stuff. You should check it out. I think it's called Pony Smasher.
He did Shazam.
Pony Smasher. Yeah, he did Shazam.
Damn.
Lights Out started as a YouTube video.
I've
Like,
seen it.
Yeah.
The YouTube video is actually like pretty
It was
terrifying.
way scarier than the movie.
Yeah. But yeah, that's super cool. I think I agree with that. That, you know, having to, I guess, struggle to make your thing from either no money or very limited money, and then all of a sudden when you're given money, you'll be like, okay, I know what to do.
Yeah.
Either that, or you're always gonna go under budget. Like, hey, I did this. Like, kind of like how you
Yeah.
created the
Hireable
own-
then.
You
yeah.
figure out tricks and stuff. Experience. You got to give yourself experience.
Yeah. Do you like when you make the movie? Do you ever write the I guess the score to it?
Score?
the music to it, kind of like, okay, I'm gonna
No.
like, add like for the ambiance,
I've never written a score for a movie.
because you
Or a
already write
song.
music, you know.
Yeah. I wouldn't know how to go about that. I don't know anything about theory or anything like that.
No, neither do I. I don't know anything. You'd be the one that knows now.
No.
You're going to school for it.
But the music
You meant like
use-
music theory, right?
Yeah, music theory. I wouldn't know how to make a score for a movie.
I feel like. Actually, I don't know. I've never made a musical score,
Yeah,
but
it's-
I can put my 2 cents.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
A horror might be easy, like some like violin, MIDI.
Did you say for horror?
Yeah, horror score. Yeah. Tink. Oh fuck. Yeah. Does
Just
that
like-
scare you?
Yeah, I mean,
Scared me.
I feel like, I mean, so regular music, like radio music and musicians who are out there, a lot of them don't have formal training for that stuff. Do you feel like you have to have that to write a movie score? Because
How
that might
about-
not
No.
be true.
No.
how about musicians that are in here? Huh? You guys ever thought of that?
Well, like how he like
That's because you said
out there.
these musicians that are out there. But what about the ones that are in here? You know?
I feel
No
like
musicians in
I
here
feel
that-
like I mean I can't because I'm not like I don't really go like try to do it, but I feel like you could write.
But I mean, you make songs, and you use some of your songs in your movies.
I've never used an original in a movie.
No?
No.
Hey, next.
Is there a
up.
reason for that?
Not particularly.
Because I feel like
They're usually,
you
like
could
the
write
songs I
something.
write are like kind of like poetic, and I wouldn't really see them in a movie.
Like that's background music.
Yeah.
I feel
And
like
they're
your
like kind of
songs-
odd too. Like they kind of give you an uneasy feeling.
Yeah. They.
So-
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do your songs, are they like? Is the guitar like written, or you just have the chords? And you, like,
I have the
play
chords, and then I just like kind of riff along.
Okay. Well, that's theory.
Is it?
Yeah. If you have your chords planned ahead of time and you
But
know
I don't
what they
know
are,
what they are. Like I just know.
you don't write them down.
Yeah.
You just like 7 here. You know what I mean? Like the fretboard.
Like I just like play around. I find something like, fucking this kind of sounds cool with that, and that kind of goes over here.
Okay.
And
I think that's
then-
what Andres told me when. So he introduced me to your music probably about like I would say a year ago, maybe beginning of this year. And I remember listening to it. I was like, oh, that is very good. And he was like, I don't know. He was telling me that you don't study theory or do music theory, but when you play guitar, it sounds very good.
I got the freaking juice.
Yeah, I don't know what. How do you? But how do you?
Yeah, I've heard you play. You just like you just
impro-
play.
Yeah.
and it just sounds good.
How do you do that? Like, what do you?
YouTube. Like I YouTube. Like in 2016, I was learning. I did like a crash course chords. I know all the chords, or like all the basic chords. Like freaking.
Best chords here.
I got the best ones.
They will
These chords
outperform
are
any
coming.
chords.
They're not.
So I have like a relative idea of how stuff works on the guitar. Like if you just move 3 down, it might sound interesting to go together or something like that.
Do you know? So I guess touching more on that. Do you know intervals? So like, if you playing one chord and you go 3 down, you're like, okay, that turns into this chord. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, something like that. I think so. Like G, and you go down like 6 or something, and then the G's power chords down here.
That's cool. Yeah, because a lot of the channels that I've seen, because I've done that too. YouTube. Yeah, it's all YouTube.
And I watched like 2 videos.
Who do you watch? Who are your favorite YouTube guys to learn from?
No, I haven't watched a guitar video since a while.
What about in general for videos / movies?
I just like, I don't have any particular person who makes like video essays. I just watch like anything I see on YouTube.
We watch all the VFX React videos, right?
Oh yeah, Corridor.
Love those guys.
Corridor's cool.
Corridor crew. Yeah,
You-
we
did-
watch them too a lot.
Did you see when they reacted to the Mist VFX?
The
Yeah, the Stephen King, the Mist. You know,
I didn't see.
no.
Oh,
Which
I think
part?
So with the tentacles.
Yeah, with the tentacles. I think the guy's in the garage.
Wait, have you guys seen
and he
The
gets
Mist?
dragged.
I have.
I
Yeah.
have not. Have you?
Never.
I have
Are you guys
not seen the Mist.
Will you ever see the Mist?
I will never watch it.
'Cause, yeah, you should actually.
I know what
Okay.
it is though.
It's the guy who went on to create The Walking Dead.
Yeah, like
He-
half the cast is like
Is
the
Walking Dead characters.
cast.
Yeah, he's he's very good. He did. His name is Frank Darabont. He's a good guy. My friend, the director. But The Mist is very like, I think it's on every top 10 like terrible and
Oh yeah.
just watch.
Oh, okay. If it's a terrible ending,
don't know the
I'll probably
ending?
watch it.
I don't even. I've never watched the movie. He
You-
said he's never
never.
watched it.
You know
but
the
I
ending?
think
It's like very popular.
I think I've heard the ending from all of
Like
you
online?
guys.
What
like, multiple
happens?
times. If I remember correctly,
You don't know.
spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert for the mist.
all right, here we go, and I'm gonna say it now. That the mist is coming towards the car of their family, right? And everyone's
We
in the
gotta say this
car,
thing.
and they got the gun, and he's like, and he's like, and he can't kill himself because there's no more bullets, and it turns out that it's actually the U.S. military,
Hell
right?
yeah.
You haven't seen the. You
Never seen it.
That's
Yeah.
frame by frame, like exactly how.
That's
it
the
ends.
beauty of the mist.
It's like like
That's
there's monster. The story is there's monsters and they're trapped in a supermarket the whole time, and then at the end they make it to a car and they're driving out and they run out of gas, and then he has a gun, like he said, kills his family, and then he runs
He
out.
doesn't want the monsters to kill him.
Yeah, he's like I want them to die to what's outside, and he runs out and it's like
a
they're
hero's
saved.
death.
His child.
Turns out they were
The
fine
kid
with it.
you've been rooting for the whole movie. This cute 4-year-old. You know, you really believe it. Like, damn, that's his real dad.
Yeah. 380 ACP to the dome.
And what does that mean?
I don't know.
Was that the type of gun?
I think he had a revolver, didn't he?
Oh, I think he did. And then you just see him in agony, like trying to shoot himself in the mouth. You know.
Yeah. Click, click, click.
Who's
Who's the guy?
Why?
Wait, how did we?
Jack
Oh,
Bauer?
the VFX guys.
The
Oh, yeah,
VFX
yeah.
guys, and I remember watching that as a kid. Well, more like a preteen.
And you thought it
slash
looked
teen.
good?
And I thought, dude, it's real blood. Like they just ripped out this guy's freaking chest. And now
15. You
watching
know
Yeah,
that?
now it's like, oh.
watching these people react, they're like,
Yeah.
I mean, it looks pretty. It looks okay. Didn't they say some
Yeah.
things are pretty good?
yeah, for the time,
Was it that? It was like 2007.
for the time.
They got slow computers in 2007, dude.
I guess so.
Well, what I wanted to ask you, and you as well, Oscar too.
And
Probably everybody.
Everybody
here. So let's say you
Careful
recorded
about it.
the video, right? Like you recorded your movie and you're like watching it, and obviously at certain points you want to go for certain or to evoke certain emotions from whoever's watching it, right? Do you not feel that you watching, let's say, 30 seconds of someone walking down the street and they're like, and something good happened to them, wouldn't you want to write some? Do you think you would not have the ability to write something that sounds happy to you? Like that's why I say like you haven't written anything.
Do you mean music wise? Back to the
Music-wise.
score thing for
Maybe.
movies. Oh, I see.
That's what I'm saying.
Probably.
Yeah, so you would be able to. It's just that the music that you make now doesn't fit anything
Yeah.
that you would want to place in your movies. Okay. Do you feel like you guys could write something to like
Probably.
if I show you a scene of a movie that's just
Figure something
silence? Yeah, do you think you could write something like, "Hey,
I think so. I'm
something
very
like
like. Well, when I. You hear
Oh,
that?
it's Rico.
That was
Yeah, check it out, dude.
That
That's
sounded
straight
like
out
Pirates
of
of the Caribbean.
The
Like,
spooky SFX stuff.
hey, you want to be a Foley artist?
Oh yeah, I saw a video about that too recently.
Yeah, they're
Like
good.
Cute. Celery. Gotta have celery.
Oh yeah.
For bones
The
and stuff.
bones.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or just kill people. You're like-
Paul McCartney famously crunched a celery for a Smile, one of the Smile songs. I believe it's Vegetables.
You mean?
Brian Wilson's album.
Oh, he did it for him.
Yeah.
Is that why you looked at Brian
That's
Wilson?
like a
We were
myth,
asking
though.
about how
I don't know
old
about that.
Paul McCartney is.
No.
Okay. Never mind.
I was
There's
wondering how old he was.
And you were like, Brian Wilson's 55.
his dad is
That's cool. We talked about him last time. I can't remember for what though. Came up.
Just
last-
greatest artist of all time.
yeah,
Paul
the
McCartney?
influence
Or
the influence of the
Brian
artist of the
Wilson?
Beatles.
He's the
Probably
only
the most influential artist.
alive today.
Yeah.
Like,
You know, he's the only artist that is a billionaire.
Really?
I
The only
feel like
music
that's
artist. No, it's true.
Andres, pull
Andres,
it up.
fact check.
please.
There's fact check this guy.
Think about how much $1 billion.
Hold on.
Tell me Drake is not.
Yeah, Drake is not a billionaire.
Well, but do you mean
Oh,
like
wait.
gross from just their
think he is
songs?
a billionaire.
No, you know what? I think that is true because I think Beyonce and Jay-Z combined
Billion.
made $1 billion.
Yeah.
Combined.
Think about how big Paul McCartney
no, but
is.
like, but Kanye has all that stuff like Yeezys.
Yeah, how,
and-
I was gonna say, like, what are you basing this on? Like, is it because
Put-
they have
put
other
net worth.
businesses?
I guess just put net worth. I'm sure that should encompass everything.
Paul McCartney's worth $1 billion.
How?
Ah, come on.
He's not worth $1 billion.
He's like the last living Beatle. Well, no,
know
him
Ringo.
and Ringo. Yeah, and Ringo.
Still around.
Who?
Don't diss Ringo, dude.
Where did you hear this?
Passing.
Paul McCartney 1billion.com. Oh, Mariah Carey? No. Put Paul McCartney.
Mariah.
I love you, Mariah.
Maria.
I come to where you are.
Oh, 1.2 billion.
Dang.
It doesn't come up on the list though.
Yeah,
Hey,
'cause
How
it's
do
low
you
key.
explain that?
That list is wrong.
I watched an interview recently, or not recently, but with him that I guess him and Michael Jackson were talking because remember Michael Jackson owned
A lot of
Oh
the
yeah,
Beatles.
I think he owned all of it.
he bought
Beatles
the
records?
All the
records,
rights to
the rights to
music.
them. That he was saying to Paul McCartney like, hey, I'm gonna buy like all your songs, and he was like, oh, that's funny, and he's
Yeah.
like, no, I did. It's like I already did.
It's funny when you did Michael Jackson. You're like, hey, I'm gonna.
Because they have that song together, the one I really like. What's it called?
We Are the World.
The Girl Is Mine.
Oh, the girl.
They have that song together.
Did Paul McCartney come out in We Are the World?
We are the world. That was David Bowie. We are.
You, because I know we've seen the video many times where it's all the artists, and it's the lead singer from Journey, Steve
Perry.
Perry.
Steve Nash.
Stephen
I remember you were always like,
Perry
man,
View.
this guy.
Because they do the outtakes of that when they do the song, they have to record it like 3 or 4 times, and they do it 3 or 4 times, and I'm just like, wow, this guy's good. That's why I started to listen to Journey a lot more.
From
After that, I was like, damn, this guy's so good.
you listened to a lot of Journey.
And then they replaced him with a guy from the Philippines, right?
Yeah.
That he would
Arnel
sound
Pineda.
exactly like him.
What's his name, Andres?
It's
Arnel Pineda.
Oh,
The
It's
Filipino.
Filipino.
oh yeah, true.
Someday love will find
Who's
you.
Arnel Pineda?
Who is he?
Who is he?
He's the current frontman for Journey when
Oh,
Steve Perry died.
Gross, dude.
No, he left the group.
He left? Why would he do
They
that?
died.
He's a small town man.
This just-
There's been a total of 2 other singers, right? For Journey.
Like
Steve
other than
Perry,
those guys?
someone else, and then Arnel. Yes,
Is there?
I'll say that.
You just
I
gotta
will
say,
say I'm
you just gotta say it with confidence.
I know.
100%.
You gotta.
Well, it's because
I'm just
he would
like-
know too.
Yeah,
You
you're
know?
big.
Are you like
them?
are you
I don't
like
like
him? Where you
Journey.
like older music, or do you
Yeah.
like? Yeah, you're
It's
more.
so fun. It's such a weird.
20th century stuff.
It sounds. I know exactly what you mean, but I feel like it's such a weird classification like that.
Older.
What's your
music?
cutoff? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
Older
do you mean?
music. Because everyone knows they're like. We have a running gag of Andres just not liking any songs like post. I guess 1980 is our because we're always like, oh yeah, sorry, I forgot. It was
Yeah,
post
that's
1980
that's with my friends too. They're always like, "Oh, Ayla Pearl doesn't like this song."
because it came out in the last 30 years.
Yeah. I like some recent stuff too, though.
Yeah, you do for sure, but I know for
Durs
Andres we'll
does.
make that joke.
Durs definitely does. He likes like Taylor Swift. He likes more pop stuff than me for sure.
Yeah, he likes
I agree.
Hamilton.
Yeah,
That's a good play.
Durs is a little sus.
Do you guys listen to a lot of older music, like because of your parents, pretty much,
An
Yeah.
older-
or your older brothers?
No. Yeah, older brothers did.
Mostly?
They had the
Mm.
tunage
Was that in their
dialed in.
time though? Like
No.
it
My
was even
oldest
old even
brother
for
was
The
them.
oldest brother was born in 1984, so no.
But I mean, he would play it.
But he had some taste.
Well, probably at that age,
He was a
your pops,
surfer.
mom.
They listened to more Mexican stuff, like
Mexican.
Vicente
Mm.
Fernandez and stuff.
Hmm.
Or my dad likes freaking, what's
That's
his
my
name?
shit.
Yeah.
Who?
What's that dude's name?
Which dude?
Jose Jose. Joan Sebastian.
That one song,
Mexican.
Old Time Rock and Roll.
Oh, Bob Seger.
Bob Seger.
Give me the people.
I mean, he liked a
Oh,
lot of like. classic
He likes
rock,
Bob Seger and
Depeche Mode.
yeah. Oh yeah.
I feel like
Depeche
Depeche
Mode.
Mode is
dude.
universal though.
Oh yeah, because
Mexico.
he grew up in
Yeah,
like the
so I
80s.
don't understand. I remember we've talked about it
Yeah.
before. It doesn't make any sense that Depeche Mode, like everyone in Tijuana,
Yeah.
they're like,
Or like
oh,
Morrissey.
Depeche
Like
Mode.
old grandmas, they love Morrissey sometimes.
The Smiths, right?
Yeah.
So-
Smiths.
He went to the arena.
He did? He showed
Yeah.
up?
Yeah.
I hear he like never shows up to stuff.
It
I heard
depends.
the same thing.
It depends on if they
Boo him.
because he has what's it called on your writer, the artists, like they will request certain things. So we could not sell meat at the arena.
Oh yeah. He's like yeah.
So it's like,
Animal
hey,
rights.
Bro,
It's
you
only-
were at a place where he performed?
I work at
He
that
work,
place.
so Jonathan works at Pachanga Arena in
Sports arena.
Pachanga? Dude, I've never been there.
Sports arena. Most
Dude,
most
it's
of the bigger concerts are there, like
Pachanga.
or sports
And
arena.
Morrissey
It's-
played there?
You've
Did-
been
oh,
there.
didn't
It's
he
the,
play
it's
with
the one by
The sports
Phil's
arena
Barbecue.
with
Kobe Swap Me.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah. He played with
What's the band called?
The Cure, right?
No.
No.
What are they called? They're Interpol.
Interpol.
Yeah, they opened for him. A couple big artists have been there. Actually, most artists go
Dude.
there.
That's like the
What do you mean
biggest
a
thing in
couple?
San Diego, right?
Yeah, that is the biggest.
You-
And recently they passed the.
Is it bigger than Sleep Train?
Oh, they're like
Yes.
rebuilding
Oh,
it
yeah.
all.
They're going to
Amphitheater.
rebuild. I guess I didn't know this. I actually had lunch. Sorry, dinner sounds weird, but I had lunch with my boss recently, and
Dang.
and he was telling me that the only way that they're going to rebuild / renovate the Midway district, like the entire area, is if they pass a prop. I forgot the prop.
Which one, so
number.
I can vote for it?
So the reason that if it doesn't pass, most people are for it, is because I guess at a certain point, they wanted to make Ocean Beach like Miami, like skyscrapers and all that
shit.
stuff. At a certain point,
OB?
yeah, they wanted to make like all this stuff, a bunch of like housing and everything, but they voted like no, you can't make anything higher than 35 feet.
That's a rule in OB.
35.
It feels like it's already heavy over there already.
So, but the only reason
all
is
that weight
because the
sinking
what's it called? The sports arena was already there.
zoning laws.
Yeah. So
Yeah, so the sports arena was already there. So they that's the only thing that was allowed to be built that.
higher than 35 feet.
35 feet is not.
Is it tech?
that
Is that
high.
Or maybe not 35 feet. Maybe I'm
some
Yards.
350 feet?
just some number?
some number.
Yeah, yeah.
So it can't be
Where
that
where you can't build like you can build houses, but you can't
8-story
build, like,
max.
Yeah.
huge apartment complexes and
But you mean
anything.
even like business buildings too, like headquarters for something?
Yeah, nothing. I mean, if you go there, you can tell what's really tall.
They rarely go to OB.
Yeah.
like,
Not-
ever.
It's,
Yeah.
it's only like bars.
There's really nothing higher than like
Think-
3 stories.
Where's
like
where the
35
sports
feet, I'd
arena
say.
is?
Yeah.
Think what's around there that's
Like
like
35
really
feet?
tall. So they're gonna renovate all of that, and
If it gets passed.
if it gets passed, which most people are like,
I
why
feel
wouldn't
like it
it?
might not.
But there's a line. It's not gonna be an OB. It's just gonna be the Midway district.
Oh, like there's a cutoff.
Yeah. So of where they would
Is it like Old
renovate?
Town? Would be my guess. Area.
I don't recall.
Pacific Highway.
But if they can build above that, then that whole area is gonna be like different. Like
New stadium?
A bunch, new stadium, new
They're
arena.
gonna set a precedent
What do you mean?
What?
by building a tall building.
That's the fear that some people have as well. Of like, well, if you do this area, that's
That's just
OB
Only
is
matter of
next.
time before everywhere else.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but I say
Nah.
no.
Spreads.
I
Yeah,
want a
wrong.
new
I want
arena.
progress.
It's like a virus.
But I feel like in San Diego you never know. I feel like it's such a wild card. You know what I mean?
Like
No.
voting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Voting
that's true.
wise.
Well, it's like the Chargers thing. That was a huge divisive thing. I voted for it. I was a Charger fan, and it's like when
You wanted them to stay.
yeah, for the Chargers to leave, like they brought so much stuff. Like, and also, I don't know if Qualcomm was eligible for Super Bowl,
Yeah.
but like the Super Bowl coming to your city is like a huge deal for everything.
Like
But then-
economy wise.
Yeah, remember the Super Bowl effect in our
Dallas?
micro class?
Oh.
They would call it that.
Oh yeah.
Thompson would say that. Yeah,
Super Bowl.
I mean, that's why people have
Chargers
the,
are babies, dude. They left because they wanted.
it
a
was
new
their
stadium.
owner. Is solely
Spanos.
what's deemed Spain.
What? Why'd you point at me? What did I do?
Wait, what are you saying?
It's because this guy would always. I forget what you would say, but whenever you Dean
Danian.
Spanos. Oh, when we would talk about Avengers, you'd be like, the Avengers fought Dean Spanos.
Thanos.
Dean
Spain.
Spanos. But yeah, he's just a, I don't know, crybaby, I guess.
Yeah.
From what I hear, it was that he obviously had the means to provide, like, oh, no, we can afford it. But he wanted to see if he could get taxes from the people. Which I don't agree with, but I agree with keeping the Chargers.
Would you ever play at a live venue? Would you like to do that?
Dude, I don't know about that.
Really?
Like stage fright reasoning,
Yeah.
or just like okay, I see.
Stage fright.
Okay, that's cool. I mean, I think
Everyone.
every human being, even
I performed once
this guy.
in front of my school at Mac. It was a Mac DeMarco cover.
Oh,
It's
cool. Which one?
frightening. No Other Heart.
Love that song. It's
Oh,
Fell for one.
My heart belongs to another and no other. But I sang it like this.
We'll do.
I mean, I think not. I was gonna say the first time you felt stage fright, but it's probably like when you were a child. Like
When did
even
we-
giving speeches or anything. Like,
I
I would get
do-
nervous.
I could like do a speech or a presentation, but I can't. I don't think I could perform.
or
music.
presentation or anything. Just anything going in front of the class, I would be like, okay.
I
A
can't
little
remember
nervous.
doing that until like high school, or even that. I feel like college was the first time that I did that.
Presentation? No, we didn't.
Nah.
Like when we had a debates,
Oh yeah,
And
but I didn't
Rodriguez?
get. It's probably because we were too.
I would just get nervous because I'm like, I can't lose. Just I had that mentality, never lose.
Then you
I
brought up
lost.
gonorrhea, and it was over for me, dude.
Oh, you fought each other?
Yeah.
I went for the low blow, dude.
I was like, can you?
You
Got what I need.
Like, you're a cardinal getting gonorrhea, dude. I feel like that's true. Maybe everyone except for
Call him Sleepy Joe
Federico
Biden.
has had stage fright.
No, I've had.
I'm sure in the
stage fright,
beginning
dude.
he's
Yeah,
had
he
it.
said he was at the
Talking
talent
to-
show.
Oh, a talent show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in sixth
yeah.
grade.
I think everybody has stage fright.
Yeah, in the
Even
beginning.
like top performers get
Think
nervous.
so?
Yeah.
For sure.
Even talking to your family
Imagine
members.
18,000 people out there. Like
Or I
Kevin
guess.
Hart.
Yeah,
You
that's
don't. You
scary.
haven't seen.
He's
your
probably
family.
not
wondering.
nervous.
I'm trying to think of
Just, like,
someone.
boxing all the time or whatever.
Everything okay?
Everything's good.
When's the first time that we performed? Did you get a little nervous at Caselli's or
Oh,
Rico's?
Yeah, definitely.
I think we all did.
I think every single time. I think the one where I've been the least nervous was probably Lasso.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude,
I
I
was
was
nervous for that.
super nervous.
Is that
So.
it? Yeah.
Lasso
Lasso.
was at
I think Che.
The one I was
CSD.
really nervous was
Wedding?
the wedding. That's what I was gonna
And
say.
then we started, and it was like, all right, we got it.
Yeah.
Get in the groove.
once you start, you feel a little better.
So the feeling of
disassociate is the key.
It's.
what is that? Explain what that means.
Be not here.
Actually, you know what really works for me is the opposite, engaging with
Here?
people.
I
Wow.
feel the same way
Because
you
you
pick
hear
out-
the
Maybe, yeah.
you
Because
see the reactions and you're like, oh, I'm doing well.
Yeah. Whenever someone smiles at me from something like that, I'm always like,
yeah.
And then you see that cholo in the back who's just like,
Did you just
like-
play? Is the song that you played the Mac DeMarco cover just guitar?
Yeah, I
no,
had a
it has
guitar.
synth in it.
Oh,
but
the
how did you do
actual
that?
song? Yeah, it's like a synth. and
But you
stuff.
just played guitar for
I
it.
just had a guitar.
And you said you performed in front of your class.
It was like a special event type thing for Thanksgiving.
Was it coffee house?
No, it was at Mac at charter school at
What is
Chula
that?
Vista.
He didn't go to Southwest.
I went there for 2 years, and then I finished at Mac's, the charter school. And that place is cool because it's like a project run thing. So it's a lot of presenting, sharing ideas with your voice and stuff.
Where is it?
Third app,
Should I
Fourth
play the
Avenue?
Chinese place by Third Avenue?
CVS Pharmacy,
Third Street.
Arizona Chinese.
that's
Is it
pro-
Arizona?
Oh, I do know that place.
That's
That
not
place is good.
Arizona.
We went there.
It's like
The
a
school?
buffet, Chinese buffet nearby.
It's by Cat Chion. It's right there.
Or whatever it's
That's
called
that
now.
where 24-hour fitness is.
Yes.
Is there a gym there?
Yeah, it's right behind.
Yeah. It's by the AutoZone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's I had no idea. I didn't know that.
So you wouldn't feel comfortable performing your own music yet? Because you had like when you made your album, what was it called? Errol, You're a Mean Bastard.
That was
Oh.
the.
Or is that a song?
That's my favorite song.
That is a song.
But the album itself is Japanese.
Go
character.
kill yourself.
Is that what it is?
Go kill yourself.
So I,
How?
in prepping for this,
How
I
do you
looked
do
up
that?
the characters, and I
Funny you
googled
ask.
it. And Google was like, "Hey, are you okay?"
Yeah.
yeah. It's the number one thing was like National Suicide Prevention Hotline,
I mean,
and I was
Hey.
like,
Japanese
good.
are known
Yeah,
for it,
that's
man.
good. Yeah,
If you
yeah.
type it in Japanese characters,
especially like faster than ever.
yeah,
But you type it in America, it'd be like third from the
yeah. They don't really care.
First would be like
Q ads.
some YouTuber.
How to do it?
no.
Still, some YouTubers still
Like-
Murphy's.
Like some influencer
Calligraphy.
who paid for like the top search. I don't know if that still happens.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
SEO still a thing?
of course.
Yeah. What?
It's because I've heard. Hey, I've heard that SEO has become less and less. Like Google
What's
has stopped
SEO?
Wait.
search
Search
engine
engine
optimization.
We're on YouTube, aren't we?
Oh yeah, I guess if we are on YouTube.
Is this gonna be on YouTube?
Well, Google.
Yes.
Oh,
You can't talk shit about the company, dude.
Love you, Google.
Google. You make the best products.
You make the best products.
YouTube. You're
Love you.
in the
YouTube.
same company as Google.
What were you saying?
I was saying
Were you saying
There's
a
an
car
alarm
alarm
going on.
Let's just wait.
Wait,
We'll
is it
cut
mine?
here.
Can you guys see? Is that me?
Oh.
It's off.
Was it you?
All right, go ahead.
No, it's not me.
Was that you?
what I was saying
Just turn your mic off.
is I haven't heard the song that you made, but you wouldn't feel comfortable because
I don't even
because you
I
put
don't
them,
even remember the chords that it had. Like I couldn't even play right now.
That
but
has
you're
happened.
practicing them. Like if you feel, do you feel? Because you put them out there on YouTube anyway, so anyone can listen to them. Do you just feel more nervous because you're like exposing yourself?
Also,
like
it
all
takes
your ideas.
a lot of takes to get a good voice, and it's not even that good when it's done. So it'd be like super.
Yeah, it's not.
It'd be like super raw,
But that's what.
super weird. But it'd be kind of cool, I guess, to perform live
Because
if I practiced.
Have you ever done it? Like other than
No.
like
Other
never
than the
done an
school,
original
no.
song? Not once. Not
No.
even in front of other people. Not necessarily in front of an audience, but in
No.
front of your friends or something.
No.
Wow.
Do you feel a lot of hesitation every time we've? Because I feel like I have it as well, but I feel like when I ask you as well, that when we have an original song to play, that you get a little nervous to like perform it because you don't know if people are gonna like it or not, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime I play it to anyone, or anytime because usually it's more of lyrics and
Mhm.
Yeah.
it does happen.
I get that feeling from you when you come to us like, hey guys, I wrote something. If you like
It's
it,
just it's all right.
No,
but I
guess
feel the
like
same way.
Not only that, it's just that when we have gone to perform something, we're like, oh, we should play the original this time, and then in the last
Yeah.
minute we don't end up playing
We've
it.
never,
It's
never
vulnerable. It's a vulnerable thing.
And I'm like,
done it. I think it'd be fine.
I don't know. I think it's just something that first you kind of have to just listen and listen over and over until you find a way like to sing it where you like it,
Yeah.
because when you first write it, you want to show it to everyone, but like, it's kind of barely like an idea that's barely.
Then doubt starts to creep in.
Yeah,
And you
doubt
kinda
starts
like-
to creep in, but you keep listening, you keep trying to,
So you're saying you wouldn't want to share it with anyone, or you wouldn't want to perform it unless you in your brain you're like, it's finished, it's a finished
like,
product.
yeah, this is what I like what this sounds
Finalized.
like.
But you don't feel that way, right? Because you have
Oh.
finished products out there. It's just that
Yeah.
you are a little nervous to
Are
perform
they
them.
finished? Would you say they're finished?
Yeah.
No chance of okay.
What do you mean finished? Like
Well, like no. If
There's
you were
nothing more to add.
re-release them.
record? Oh no, I don't think so.
That's cool.
It's
Would you
just
bring in
like
another
a-
artist for the remix?
Featuring
Remastered.
Cardi B. Aghostas Murfies.
No, yeah,
Featuring Doja Cat.
But do you think if when we performed our cover, like, because we mostly do covers, and do you think if we just played a song we wrote or you guys wrote, that anyone would know? If we didn't say, "Oh, this is our own song."
I feel like we've gotten that
Maybe.
a lot, where
like
we show
people
people,
would-
they're like, "Did you write that?" That kind of reaction, and whenever that happens, it's kind of like, "Yeah, we did.
Oh yeah.
We did write that."
Have you gotten that? Because you've posted like live recordings of yourself playing music, but in the title you played the cover, but like you do that, you will. How many takes do you usually do before you put it up?
Bruh. So it's weird because these are songs that I practice on my free time. So I just like get like good at it,
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll just play it. I don't know, I'll just play it and I'll listen to
It's
it.
one, huh?
And it's like 1 or 2 takes that I just like. But it's because like
Played it so much.
yeah, I just play it so much and I'm like chilling with my brother. I'm like, hey, listen to this.
Wait, do you post it on YouTube or just like on Facebook?
Just like on Facebook.
Your Facebook ones they get a lot of. You get like 200 on some of them.
Oh,
I get these honeys on my DM. Just kidding. Sorry.
Let's see.
I'm sorry.
I'm in a very loving relationship. I'm sorry.
Federico, le voy a decir.
Speaking of love,
Yeah, what's up?
you wrote a love letter to Susie's farm, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Talk about that. That was your
Times.
first album, right? At least on Bandcamp, it's your first album.
No.
Okay, I'm wrong. About that.
Do your research next time,
I
Ramon.
put one up in
Jesus.
high school. It's like super bad. Before Susie's Farms. Susie's Farms.
Explain what it is for people who don't know.
Explain what it was.
What it was.
It went through a lot of transitions. Seriously, like the whole album was finished in high school, and then I re-recorded it into something else. The lyrics were completely different, but the music was pretty much the same. In high school, it was more sad, but I made it like more. I don't know the word.
It's all right.
Like, did you change it from sad to something else because you weren't comfortable
Yeah.
with the sadness in
Because I didn't
the
even
original?
feel the lyrics anymore.
Yeah.
Hey,
They're
dude, that's like a
further
project
time.
on its own. Just release both of them, dude. Oh.
I don't even know where those are.
The happy versus sad times.
Yeah.
Dark Side of Susie's Farm.
Dark Side of Susie's Farms. But it was.
Well, what I
an
meant
album
was
about-
what is Susie's Farm? Like the actual Susie's Farms.
Is what I call the trails by Susie's Farms.
But it's not
So
there
I would.
anymore.
The Susie's Farms isn't there?
No.
It's
Yeah,
not?
It is.
No, it's not.
It is.
I think it is.
We've ridden by and it was completely gone.
It is no
it's
longer
there.
Susie's Farm.
Oh no, it's there.
What is it? No.
What is it
I
called?
don't know.
He doesn't know. He's lying.
Oh, okay.
It's
I just remember
overgrown.
walking
There's
down
nothing-
the road,
Susie's Farms
and
is
there-
in here.
And there'd always be like a Susie's Farms sign.
Yes.
So
Over here in Hollister.
yeah.
Yeah.
So your album was named Susie's Farm.
Mm-hmm.
Susie's Farms.
Farms.
Yeah, they had live chickens and stuff. Do you know the Bella Twins?
No.
WWE wrestling ladies?
Oh, the like Total Divas. Come
Yes.
out there, right?
They came to, or they're from San Diego, or they're from Brawley, California.
Okay.
They live in San Diego now, or they used to. And on one of their shows, they actually went to Susie's Farms
What?
to get like live chickens and get like fresh eggs.
Nice.
So I was like, whoa, we go here. They made it look a lot nicer than it was
Yeah.
because we'll bike down there and
It
it's
smells like shit over
Always.
there.
we,
It always
we
does.
live right here.
Yeah,
Like,
it
this
smells awful over there.
Always drive by it. Yeah, always see it. What was it like writing that album? I know you wrote it in high school, but like, what did you plan each song out? Was it just kind of you came up with 10 songs?
Shit.
Was it all based on one song?
like a 30-minute song?
No.
That'd
Like,
be
idea.
crazy.
like you came up with one song and then
No.
everything just kind of
flowed.
flowed from that song.
Kinda. I don't know. I really don't know.
How long ago was it?
Fair enough.
How long ago did you make the album?
2018 or 19? Like a year ago.
Can we listen to a song off of it?
Sure.
Do you mind?
Here we go.
Pull it up on Bandcamp is where I would listen to it
Yeah.
What's your favorite one that we'll listen to?
from Susie's Farms.
Cactus Milk. That's an old one. That's actually, I have like some demos on SoundCloud of Cactus Milk.
It's cool.
So it went through like multiple versions. That is also pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
So obviously,
Is the album?
what is that?
Is it
That-
about Susie's Farms or just
That's-
what you felt?
It's
over
just
there?
about life, dude.
You never had cactus milk?
Cactus Milk?
Where did, so
Does
how
cactus develop milk?
Yeah.
It does.
You don't milk cactuses?
when you cut it.
Oh,
white
that's
juice
right.
comes out.
Milk comes out from a cow.
Where did you get inspiration for that song in particular?
Shit, dude. I don't even know what they're about.
Do you just write songs completely erased from your memory?
Sometimes they just disappear. They really do.
Do you write while you're inhibited?
Inhibited?
While you're high?
Yeah.
Do you feel like that's where the inspiration really comes from?
No. Yeah, you actually get more inspiration when you're sober and you're
It's
just
tough.
like in your thoughts.
Your sober thoughts.
It's like almost like I'm schizophrenic when I'm sober and like crazy stuff just kind of
Like just ideas.
yeah.
And that's where your like style of film comes from. What'd you feel?
It's like just like I just puked on the table.
What do
your
you think?
ideas?
You're trying to like, oh, this was pretty good.
I don't even touch it. Don't even touch it. Just puke, and however it lands.
Interesting.
Because my
description.
dog does that. He'll puke.
That's where I learned it from.
And then he'll be like, you know,
Dogs.
this part's not that bad. I'm going to eat it.
For your second, so what's your second release? Back to the Japanese characters. What is it again? What does it translate to?
Go kill yourself.
Okay. And the song that Jonathan mentioned before that is my favorite is Errol.
Errol,
You're a mean bastard.
you're a mean bastard.
That one has to be. Who is Errol?
Dude.
Where did you write it?
He just
Errol
puked.
is everybody has an Errol in their life. I'm sure
Okay.
someone who you love. Probably maybe they don't love you back. Maybe they do.
That's right here, baby.
So
Is that what it was based on?
yeah,
Wait, Arrow's a girl's name?
Errol. No, there's it's a
It
creative.
trans-
It's both.
It's a creative decision.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like Cheryl, dude.
Sheryl Crow.
Does it sound really about Cheryl?
Cheryl, Harold.
The album name, are you not worried about what we're
Repercussions.
Repercussions?
the
Nah,
climate
dude.
the climate we're in right now. It's hot outside.
Dude, this hot thing is a conspiracy. I've been feeling the fall breeze this whole month. The media has you convinced it's hot, but it's not.
As you fan yourself.
The media.
It's not hot, guys. No, but what I think what Jonathan's asking is the name can be seen by some as insensitive.
Sure.
Are you not worried about that?
No,
when
I
you
don't care
release
about
it?
that.
How?
I don't care about offending people.
Okay. Fair.
I don't think that it's that offensive.
I don't think so either. I don't. The thing
Well,
is,
what were you?
others.
What was your intention? Why did you name it that? If you can't answer that, then I feel like
Why?
yeah. Does it have to do with the
It's
video?
an
Your
interesting.
video?
It's an interesting thought to like just take your own life. It's a crazy idea.
It is crazy.
Does your album have anything to do with it, or did you think you drew inspiration from like your videos to name your album that?
No. I don't know.
Do you think you would get more attention because of that?
No. I think if I named it "Go Kill Yourself" in English,
In
it
English.
would have.
It would have.
But I chose.
I mean, how many
Japanese.
people are like?
They're not gonna go.
Wonder
Google
what this
Translate,
is.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say I definitely don't get that feeling from you that you worry about. Like you probably put it out and you're worried how the people might react to the music. You know what I mean?
I care
Like,
about.
I hope people like it.
Yeah, I want people to like
But
it.
I definitely get the sense.
But
like,
if
you don't
someone
care.
is offended by it,
I see that. I guess I understand that too. But I could never do it. I care way too much. Like I would be just be like, nah, I
dude.
can't do that.
because I get offended by stuff, I don't.
Because you don't mean it that way.
Yeah.
Right.
And
that's
so
why
if
you
I get
don't feel
offended,
bad.
even if I get offended by something, like, okay, who am I? Like, God, is my opinion that important? That
Some people would say yes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Some people who really
I would
care
say
about.
it depends.
Oh, like the actual name?
No, when you said is my opinion that
Yeah.
important?
Oh.
I feel like a lot of people in the world would say.
Oh
yes
yeah,
to
people
that
think
question.
too highly of themselves, for
Yeah.
sure.
What do you think of yourself?
I think just doing my best. Just doing my best with the time I got given to me.
In the end, it is an artistic choice to do whatever you want,
Yeah.
and that's what artists do. Whatever you want to
Yeah.
do.
I don't like
regardless of the
censorship at
repercussions.
all.
I don't think anyone does like censorship at all, but
First Amendment, baby.
All right. In honor of that, we're releasing this episode uncensored.
that's
No edits.
That's just not unfortunately, because I feel like there are some upsides to it, to censorship on certain stuff, but that's like the time we're in right now, where you have to watch what you say.
If you want
For
to
some
appeal.
people, if you want to appeal or if you want to,
Yeah. Have you
Make
ever,
money.
Like, have you ever thought that you want to appeal to people, or when you're writing at all?
No.
Because I've never I've listened to a few of your songs.
I don't think that works. If you like write with the intention of appealing,
I think a lot of people do that.
that's
like
not
radio
how you
songs,
get good
you know
stuff
what I mean?
out. Yeah, you can get like a jam out, like a freaking nice bopper.
I
but
guess
a piece of something from inside of you won't come out if you're trying to make it
Think
for
so?
somebody else.
I feel like things are almost like when they're produced. Like I think we've said before, like people engineer hits
Yeah.
today,
Yeah.
and so that stuff is not what you're doing
know-
at all.
No.
You know what I was thinking that was kind of trippy? I know it's,
Go ahead.
you know the song that goes like, that girl is a real crowd pleaser.
Yeah.
That song itself is a
Is a
crowd
crowd
pleaser.
That's interesting.
It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Dude.
It's like, this song is a real crowd.
I guess it becomes like it's not genuine.
Yeah. You can almost tell.
Yeah.
Like Bruce Springsteen, pretty genuine. Although he kind of censors himself a little bit. I feel like he could be more raw sometimes, but he's pretty genuine stuff.
That's tough.
Bruce Springsteen is the guy who sings.
Who is Bruce Springsteen?
Oh, that's him.
I
don't know
his
what-
thing right there. His vinyl right there, Born in the USA.
Is that yours?
No, that's
You damn me.
no, it was gifted to me. So I guess it's
Not a real
yours.
fan. Not a real fan.
Not a real fan.
No, I really,
Not at all.
I don't. So for the record, I don't really listen to a lot of songs.
Classic rock.
Yeah, classic rock.
You listen to more Spanish classic stuff.
Oh yeah, baby.
I would say.
Oh yeah, baby. Or
I'd
should
say
I
the
say?
same.
You too.
Same for me.
Or should I say? Oh yeah, baby.
Papi Juancho.
Yeah, you two specifically. I
Brothers.
I dabble. I dabble in older music.
It's tough because like you've said before, I think you said on our first show, we don't listen to everything. It's
It's
You'd
impossible.
be hard pressed to find someone who listens to everything. But we listen to a
Every
lot of stuff.
genre.
They're just they can say like, oh, I like this guy from pretty much every genre.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Or I
yeah.
like this artist.
Like, can you hold a conversation if someone talks about country? If someone's like, "Hey, yeah, I like this country song," could you be like, "Oh, I like this artist and this artist"?
Oh no.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
see.
probably not.
And it's not
Me
even
neither.
it's
Even
not
like-
even that we're saying it's bad by any
Yeah.
means. It's
At
just
all.
I just don't listen.
You know?
I listen to some country like Johnny Cash. He's kind of more folky,
Yeah.
but
I'll listen to country because Julie.
like
said-
Orange
listen to
Orange Blossom,
Your girlfriend listens to country?
Yeah.
But like,
like
What
modern
artists?
country.
no way.
Yeah, like country.
No, but
Why are you still surprised?
it's because I feel like a lot of Hispanic people don't listen to country.
Yeah,
I feel like that is
She's
true.
like fourth gen.
I think
What kind
country
of-
really gets a bad.
It does.
Jap-
Absolutely. That's
bad
the
jap.
thing. That everyone,
rapping country.
every person in the world.
I like
or not
everything
every person.
except for country.
There we go. Everyone says that.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut your mouth.
Listen to this. You just listen to this. I was chewing tobacco down my dirt.
Don't break my heart.
Oh yeah, that's like
Some country music is good.
What
A lot of it.
Her
what are Julisa's favorite country artists?
favorite.
Who do you find her
Is
listening
it Garth
to a lot?
Brooks?
Old Dominion.
Garth Brooks? No, she doesn't really listen to Garth Brooks. She likes Luke Combs. I like him too.
Luke Cole.
He came to the arena. There's a song called "Beer Never Broke My Heart." That's a good one. There's another one that we listen to. A song we listen to a lot. What's the band she likes too? Or I don't know if they're a band. Florida Georgia Line. They're okay too.
Sounds
Never.
familiar.
Yeah.
Florida.
I think they did a song. What's the country song that Nelly did?
Tennessee
Oh.
whiskey.
Isn't it called
That's
country?
what's his name?
Dude, Tennessee whiskey's pretty good though.
Tennessee Whiskey is a super good song.
Okay, wait, I have a concept for Alo. Okay, Alo.
Is it a deal for a new concept
Is
album?
it the
Chris
Christmas
Stapleton.
thing?
No. Hold on.
What?
It's on the same topic of country.
Okay.
Say Christmas.
All right, think about this.
Chris Kringle.
You're a guy who lives in Temecula, right?
I've been there.
Or more like Hemet area.
I've been there
Right?
as well.
You like to work on cars, 70s
I
cars,
can imagine this.
and you own a diesel truck, right?
Can I own a truck that runs on vegetable oil?
No, you have to own a diesel truck.
Why?
Because Gavin Newsom just proposed that by 2035, there's going to be no more fuel cars. So the song is about the government taking away your diesel truck. Can you write? Do you see yourself? Do you see it? You're a
The-
fucking guy who lives in
truck.
Hemet. It's like,
The government's taking my fuel.
my diesel truck.
No, but it's the fuel that matters, right? It's
They
the
took-
fuel.
Yeah, I guess you could turn it into
Diesel's
like,
pretty clean compared to gasoline.
they took my diesel
Is it?
truck.
Yeah, I
Is
think
that-
it's
is that
more of an
true?
efficient fuel than gasoline. Because
I
they use gas for like explosions in movies because it makes an inefficient explosion. Like there's a bunch of carbon in the air that gets
So you're saying it's
blasted.
cleaner?
no inefficient, so it makes more.
reactions
It
happen.
makes more of a pollution than energy you get out. Whereas diesel, it's more efficient, so you get more energy than pollutants.
But then why would they?
But the
ban
thing
them?
is like the type of trucks that use diesel are like.
I also don't know what I'm talking about.
I was gonna
There we
say,
go.
why would they ban diesel trucks then?
Because
Wait, Rico, was your person a real person or just like a? Sounds like you're talking about someone.
they took his diesel.
It's because it's because the other day we were talking about this, and then we were like, "Oh, they took our diesel trucks," and then he was like, "You know, that sounds like a country."
That'd be
song.
an interesting
They took our
movie.
diesel
I don't know
trucks."
about a song.
Oh, a movie like some cop comes to your house and is like, well, you know,
It'll be interesting. We're already in the future and we got fuel bootleggers.
Dude.
We're tapping the freaking ground looking for oil.
Like Al Capone, like
Or it'd be a very sad story where the guy's like, "I can't afford any other car. I only have a diesel truck."
Or
and like, I
it's-
gotta take it away. And
dude,
he's like, "No."
dude, or it's like Cars 4, the movie.
and all the cars are going away, dude, going to a camp. And only electric cars are like internment camps for diesel cars and gas camps.
Taking them out of California, like the Great Migration, dude. I wish you wouldn't have to go, mater.
Oh no,
Dude.
Okay, I told Andres to play this song. This is a country song I like.
All right.
Who's the artist?
Midland.
Rico.
It's called Drinking.
Gotta be careful, brother.
What happened?
Dude.
Hey, let's write a
Pretty
country
good.
song. Dude.
I know. I bet we could.
It has a lot of parallels with rap
Like they're just talking
They're
about,
talking
their,
about
their
their
current
life.
situation. Yeah.
and what problems they
That's
got.
why it has a bad rap.
I just beat my
Would you say
son.
she lives in the country, so that's why she's like attracted to it?
She's country.
She lives in
She
the
a
country?
She got the country boots.
What's that South Park episode? Well, I'm a little bit country.
And I'm a little bit rocky and rolly.
The South Park song?
It was Randy and some other guy.
That's not good.
Do you listen to rap a lot?
Not really. I
No?
like Tyler the Creator.
So do we.
That's pretty much the only artist I know.
You like 21 Savage?
I don't
Ah,
listen to
You,
21.
you just said that you only listen to I don't know why I asked.
All right. Country YouTube
Country
channel.
Roads.
So your YouTube channel is Stale Murfies.
Dale Murphy's.
You're got a ton of, I guess, I don't know if you would mind if I called them weird weird videos on your YouTube
They're
channel.
odd. They make,
Odd, strange,
They'll make you feel
Different.
something.
different.
He's different.
He's
They'll make you
different.
feel
Different.
something.
Okay, so like your pinned video, right? Your
Mhm.
the one that we watched earlier, like grease
Pork
traps,
loins.
pork loins,
And grease
or
traps.
Cannibal Radio.
Or Cannibal Radio.
Sorry, did I get that wrong?
That's
It's
it.
pork loins and grease traps.
Pork loins and grease traps or Cannibal Radio.
Okay, so a video or a movie like that, how does it start? Where do you even begin?
You said that you had the idea in 11th grade, right?
Yeah.
$12,000.
You just have an idea, you flesh it out, dude. Something sounds interesting in your head, and you're like, that could work.
What's the story?
Work.
Can you summarize it for us?
So-
Give us the cliff notes.
Let's see. The story is we have a radio host who needs money to pay for his he like rents a frequency with the FCC, because if you broadcast without renting a frequency, you'll go to federal prison.
Oh, what the?
Don't mess with the FCC, son.
I actually had. Is that true? That's
Yeah.
true. I had no idea.
You don't go to
Malcolm
prison, but
Butler?
like it's a hefty
Hefty fine.
fine. So he goes to this man who he goes to often to borrow money. His name is, I forgot what his name is.
Who's he played by?
He's the blonde boy.
Mm.
He's the cannibal.
Yeah, the guy
Long-haired
who was
guy?
like.
So he's the man with the money. And in the beginning, you see him eat like a piece of meat, and he like barfs it out.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then at the end, where he's eating a human, he's fucking enjoying himself very well. You know,
Well, who's that? Who's the actor?
Ruben Gonzalez.
Is he in your class, one of your classes, or just one of your buddies?
He's one of my friends.
Oh, that's cool.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's the premise of it, pretty much.
The whole thing.
Shit, man. I should have prepared that.
It's okay.
Nah, no, you're good.
A summary.
Nothing is
like
prepared
a-
here. It's okay.
I don't know, dude.
Idea.
Here we go.
Idea.
Hey.
All right, okay. I want to hear it.
Basically, it's about a cannibal.
That's it.
Yeah, a cannibal
On the radio.
Yeah.
who borrows money. I mean, who lends money.
Cannibal who lends money.
Who lends money? Some guy borrowed him. Okay.
Well, okay. So how about this? You described it as a tale of.
Wait,
death.
hold on. I want to hear his idea.
Nah.
We'll come back to your
I'm out of
idea.
the count.
You described your Cannibal Radio film as a tale of debt, murder, and electric light orchestra. Follow us on our journey through a world from a different land. What's the different land?
It's my mind. I'm
What's your
taking you
idea?
guys on a journey into my land. It's my world, you know? That's what directors do. They bring you into their world.
That's accurate.
Some are good at making it seem not obvious, and some are better at having a lot of style.
Yeah, and being having a signature.
signature
Thing. Like, oh,
something.
that's that guy's
World building almost.
Yeah.
And then other people you're saying are seamless. Who? We can do your idea now.
All right.
What's your idea?
Same thing, but this happens in Japan. And it's like a story about Western music infiltrating, but more and more people become cannibals through your radio station.
Yo, this is freaking fucked up.
What?
I like it.
But it's just like...
It doesn't make any sense. That's why
No.
I like it.
So it takes place in Japan.
I'm not following.
Yeah.
So this whole plot takes place in Japan.
Right?
And he's got a diesel truck.
No, hold on. And so the premise is like at the end of the movie, now there's 2 cannibals there, right? What if it's all right? Now it's turning into a horror movie.
I thought it already was.
Yeah, and then more and more people in Japan start becoming cannibals.
Because of the music?
Yeah, because of the music.
The Western music?
Yeah, it's something symbolizing like
Is
that.
it
Maybe
something
like
you have to attribute it to it? Like
A Charles Manson type who makes crazy music.
Ooh, maybe. And it's just like, and in my mind, it was like a metaphor for Western culture,
Yeah.
like seeping in. And so this doesn't have to take place in like Japan now. It could take place in Japan 1970s.
Did you just think of this?
Yeah.
Right? Like as we were.
Yeah.
All right, just checking.
Write that down.
You know what it is about you that I like? Is that
idea.
we've probably had a million ideas. A
Billion.
million. Like we've probably like, hey, let's do this. Well, like that'd be
Probably
cool to make
a billion.
videos. The thing is, you just
Arguably.
execute it and you do it.
That's important.
Doesn't matter
part.
what it is, you're like, I want to do this. I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people
Afraid
don't do.
Because like it's gonna
Like
come
me,
out bad.
I don't do that.
It's gonna come out pretty shit, and then
But you do it.
you do it.
And that's what's interesting.
Because you're not gonna get good if you don't do nothing.
Good
Didn't do
attitude, I
muffins.
feel.
Yeah.
I agree. There's a lot of stuff where it's like, yeah, but I feel like I have gone through the process and be like, okay, no, there's no way I can make this good, so
Yeah.
I'll drop it.
But you don't
That's-
care.
No, that's not good.
This guy just dissed
But you'll just make it anyway.
Not
That
it's
backhanded
not-
account.
okay.
It's just dissed you in front of the whole YouTube
Dude,
world, dude.
so I wanted my attorney here for this type of thing.
But yeah, you're right. Like, well, like you said earlier, it's like you have your test videos and stuff. Like you're getting better.
Yeah.
You would describe yourself as getting
Everything I upload on YouTube is pretty much a test.
Like you just practice.
It's practicing.
You wouldn't like.
Whoa, dude.
better. Jesus.
A car just passed at like
was
100,
way
bro.
low.
Did you see it?
I heard it.
That was a Hellcat.
Was it really?
Yeah.
No way of knowing. So everything you put on
We're in
YouTube
a residential
is just a
area, by the
test?
No, not like
At this
Not,
not
point.
like-
not everything.
it's not a test. It's just like this is what I'm capable of right now.
Dude, it's
This
so
is what I'm
sick.
capable of right now.
In essence, you're building like a portfolio.
Yeah, and
That's
when
what
I'm
you-
like 50, I'll be like, dang, look at all that.
Look at where I am. In Japan.
Fucking eating people.
Western
Fucking
pop.
eating people in my diesel truck, dude. Life's good.
Well, so where do you get your inspirations from for your movies? What other media? Other YouTube channels? Other TV shows? Movies? Yeah.
Yeah,
directors
just
that work
eat
for you.
up all the stuff, all kinds of good movies. Just eat it all up.
Can you cherry pick a few for us?
Some good directors. Paul Thomas Anderson's one of my favorites. Joel and Ethan Coen.
Also solid.
What do you think of musicals?
I haven't seen one that's very good. I haven't even seen La La Land. I bet it's good.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. La La
I
Land.
was about
is-
to point at this guy and say,
We talked about it the first
we
time.
talk about it every time we see each other.
That's true.
High
Yeah,
School Musical 2 is the best piece of film 21st century.
Yeah, La La Land. That guy is good. Also, I can't think of anything else he's worked on, but his name is Damien Chazelle.
Whiplash.
He did a Whiplash. Did he direct it?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Yeah, he won a lot of stuff. La La Land was like
Damien
nominated.
Chazelle.
There we go.
It was nominated. I think it tied the record for most nominations at the Oscars. Maybe 14 or
That
something.
sounds
like
right.
That.
Because it was a
Crazy.
great
Of all time.
movie.
It's very good. Yeah, this guy likes it a lot.
Whiplash?
No,
I mean, it's a good movie too.
too.
But I like La La Land a lot.
Oh, La La Land.
I thought it was very good. It was something that I went in not knowing what it was going to be.
Yeah.
Same thing, right?
Same thing for me.
You were dragged into it.
I'm dragged into it, yeah.
Not
I
me.
did not want to watch that movie.
There's like a goose
But-
in it, a gosling of some sort.
A Gosling.
Baby
Hey,
Goose.
Ryan Gosling, and then I watched it. I was like, this is
You're like straight from
It's pretty
San
sick.
This is
How
very cool.
does A Star Is Born compare?
I haven't seen a Star.
Star is
I did.
corn.
Nah,
Yeah, I thought
but
you did too.
I don't think it's this. I don't think it. Based on what I've
I
heard,
feel like you've talked about it.
no, I never have.
Star is born.
You were wrong.
I've talked about it.
Never seen it.
I only know the song because I actually listened to the song.
machine.
Shallow. Yeah. But I like La La Land a lot. I mean, I know when we worked together, we would just like talk about it, whistle.
Whistle in the hallway.
Yeah. But you're saying musicals because of Hamilton,
Yeah.
right? Have you seen Hamilton?
No.
It's good.
Neither have I.
Good stuff.
Well,
You've seen Hamilton?
I'm not a fan of
Yeah.
history.
I was gonna say that you have to kind of be a fan of history because there's
At
some
least
scenes
Not that kind of history. I don't give a shit about that.
like the Revolutionary War.
Yeah. Cool history. That's
Yeah,
like
what's your favorite history?
that's like the savages times, you know?
Like
No.
Vikings.
Yeah, dude, Vikings.
What do you think about
Native
Middle Ages?
Americans.
You might like a show. So there's this show.
No.
No. There's this show called Forged in Fire.
Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen Vikings.
No, Forged in Fire.
I've never seen Vikings.
Oh, you like Vikings? You're gonna like this show.
Do I have the show for you?
It's like, are there Vikings around here?
Go ahead.
Forged in Fire sounds familiar.
It's like a blacksmithing show where they just like
Oh,
these
yeah.
burly men just like
They compete for who can make the coolest piece of metal, right?
and then they just
It's like
test
a
it against
sword.
like pigs.
Fuck. Oh, yeah,
And, like,
yeah.
against
they like
police
chop
officers.
wood. How fast? How many pieces can you make this 2x4 into? Right?
No,
No.
maybe is there
No.
a test? No. So they do 3 tests. The kill test.
The kill test.
So they'll just put pigs, like
Is it a
ballistic
pig or
dummies.
or a ballistic
But
dog?
like,
Both.
depends on the weapon.
Okay.
Like if it's strong enough to slice through a pig, they'll put that to the test.
Oh, okay.
And then they'll do like a strength test. So they'll like smash it against like
An ice block.
concrete or like just like
Oh, to see if it like what kind of chips it gets.
yeah.
Rolling.
It's like, oh shit, I just got some Fritos.
Oh, dude.
Oh shit, some Fritos are popping out.
Very quick.
That was fast.
Very
The last one is like just a simple cut test. They'll like play Fruit Ninja
Do the cut test after all the suicide
after everything.
stuff.
Yeah,
Okay,
so if it's
makes
still
sense.
standing, it's a good show, dude. Because they also go through like they'll give like some background on where this weapon was from. Like they'll do like a Scottish claymore,
Yeah.
and it's like, dude,
A
Scottish
claymore?
people were
They
insane.
had
dude.
claymores back then. That's sick.
Two-handed, like
Front towards the
They
enemy.
were
dude.
360 no scope with a sword.
It's not sharp at all.
why are they not?
Well, what about other YouTube channels? Are there other content creators you work with who are also making movies?
No.
Just you?
Yeah.
What about other YouTube channels on
YouTube.
YouTube that you're watching?
Oh, on YouTube?
Yeah.
I don't know about YouTube, but on other platforms, YouTube
Like?
channels. No, I'm just kidding.
You're a brother, dude.
Got me.
Does Durs have a YouTube channel?
He's dabbled in some stuff.
I don't know about this.
You've never seen
Dude, you
stuff?
never showed him Star
Andres
Wars?
makes movies.
I made movies in high school. for
Yeah,
class.
he did.
You made Star Wars?
He made a Star Wars.
I never seen that.
It's
Did you want us to not show?
I feel like you got your inspiration from this guy, man. He's the best.
I mean, he started in one of my earliest videos.
Which one?
Clone Collision.
We were like in elementary school.
Which one?
Clone Collision, where he's like, I think you haven't seen it.
No. Can you
It's
pull it
really
up?
Oh, man.
It's Queen's the best
elementary
movie I've
school.
ever made.
Show him as Star Wars.
Probably the best movie ever made.
Have you ever seen the most racist depiction of like Star Wars?
Of anything, really.
Yeah, really, honestly, it offends me.
What I also find funny is that Andres, you made a video about the Cantina song, right? And the comment sections are like, "Fuck this kid." He's just a
They're
child.
like ripping him to pieces.
And they're like,
What's the video?
Well, it's actually.
Saxophone.
It's because he looks
Oh,
Asian.
you're
They don't
playing
give
the
you any-
sax?
They
Yeah, he's
don't
like,
give you any leeway if you look Asian. They're like, what the
Dude.
fuck are you doing?
Are the comments like you suck?
Basically, I don't know if it was like Kevin in them or your friends that were
No,
putting.
they commented like 2. But there's
Kevin
like a lot.
commented like, "Wow, very bad." It's like, "Wow, Andres, I'm so disappointed. Very bad." So
And Andres,
funny.
how do you get up from that? Just put the woof woof.
Wow.
Put Star Wars.
No, if you go down, it does. Look, right there. Oh, go up, up, right there.
You know me. You saw me.
I got those good eyes, dude.
It's just the trailer done, Mexican style.
Put it full screen, man.
I should have just put it up on the TV.
Yeah, but I want to hear it. Yeah, turn that a lot.
That's kind of by Susie's Farm.
Oh my! Was that green screen?
Yeah, Mr. Grau had like a full green screen.
Look at. Go back! Go back! Fucking BB.
It's a ball.
It's like side by side with the real trailer.
Shit! Oh my god! I've never seen this, dude. What the fuck?
Smells.
Dude.
Did you come out?
Oh no.
Hey, that's you.
Holy shit.
It's the most racist. And Grau loved it. Mr. Grau loved it. He-
Awesome. Didn't you have Grow? You didn't do digital media?
Not at Southwest.
Did you know who he was though?
Yeah.
Oh, did your mic fall?
Yeah, it's falling.
oh,
Did your
shit.
mic- boom.
Falling in love.
I'm
Push
just
it,
saying,
pull-
dude.
Loosen it, push it forward, and then tighten it again.
I see the potential for the greatest.
Sure, you good?
For the greatest brother duo in
The
film.
greatest, but like,
Was this the actual teaser trailer?
The Rodriguez
Swear
brothers.
shot.
what are those brothers that are the Rousseau brothers or
Yeah, the ones that
Russo.
directed.
There's a lot of
Avengers.
brothers.
There's a lot of brothers.
the Mario brothers.
Lehman
Safdie
brothers?
brothers.
You like the Safdie brothers?
Hell yeah.
Warner brothers, dude?
I love the Safdies.
Hey,
The guys who did Stranger Things are brothers. Can't remember their names.
The Duffer brothers.
Duffer
The
brothers.
Stranger Brothers. When you make music, do you ever picture it as a movie for yourself?
No.
No, just like it's just music to you. It's not like, hey, like a story behind it. I mean, just there is a story behind it, but I mean like visuals in your own brain.
Maybe like, what's it called? Abstract stuff.
What is
Something like that. Like a freaking, like a blot of ink going into water.
Oh, so that okay. Is that a story?
Maybe.
Yes, it can be.
It's
All
more
right.
of like a feeling.
I do.
It's kind of like going back what you said about when you puke,
Yeah.
puke everything out, right?
You just put it out. That's it. When you're for the process of creating the movie, pork loins or grease traps
And grease traps.
Come on.
Or Cannibal Radio.
Process of creating a movie like that, where do you begin? Like, do you plan out the scenes you're gonna film ahead of time? You kind of have to, right?
There's a script
What
and
is-
a shoot plan.
okay, so like a storyboard. Like, do you have like, oh, okay, we're gonna get
No,
this
I'm
angle,
not
this
good at
angle?
making storyboards.
What is the purpose of one? I don't even know.
Yeah.
It's very helpful.
What does it do?
It pretty much lays out the whole movie for you,
Like shot wise,
shot wise. Yeah,
Jesus.
like what you're gonna see.
They pay people just to
Mhm.
do storyboards.
for
right?
sure. It's pretty. I think it's usually just graphic novelists.
Dude.
So to like
I
draw
would-
it out, like, okay, we're gonna get this angle here.
Mhm.
And then at this time, we're
I
gonna switch
want
to
a
this angle.
wide of all the.
Like,
Is that Ridley Scott?
think of how many people get paid. Well, I mean, on the credits, you see all the people that.
Dude, crazy amount of stuff.
It's like people with lights, and there's probably like 3 people who are lights.
An assistant
To
the
light.
lights.
Assistant, is-
fucking energy.
assistant to the lights. There's the guy who loads the lights. You know, it's not the same guy. There's a guy who moves the lights, and then there's a guy who like puts them up. No, yeah.
And angles.
There's a guy who
But
connects all the wires and stuff.
I'm just thinking,
Makes sure
you know,
everything
like at a
is
macro level.
like you're realizing, like, dude, it's
And-
an ensemble.
On that same note, so I know you talked about not having a lot of money. I mean, freaking college, dude. Who has money? Nobody.
You got money?
I got no
Wait.
money.
Y'all getting money?
But what would you say is like the next piece of equipment that you're looking forward to getting?
Like a camera.
Like a really nice camera that's your own?
What about the one Southwestern College gave you?
But
Well,
that's
I
not
gotta
yours.
get it back in December.
Oh,
Yeah.
fair point, I guess.
I have it for 3 months.
Like a camera. And then how about mics? Is that
Yeah.
after the camera?
How do you do
That'd
your
come.
sound?
I have a shotgun mic.
What is that?
It's
Oh,
it's kind of like that.
It's like those boomstick.
Kind of like it's like a directional mic. So, yeah, boomstick. It's at the end of a boomstick.
Yeah.
One of
It's,
those.
it's like that classic bit, right? Where it's like, you're in the shot.
Oh, the booms in the shot.
Yeah.
Mic.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have a boom operator though, so I just have a tripod holding it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you
Not
the only
yet.
one involved in producing it? Like
Mhm.
you're the only one out there with the camera, no one else?
No,
You don't have any assistants?
unless I'm the actor.
Then who's doing it? Someone
Whoever's not in the scene.
else?
That's an important job.
It is.
What?
You pay somebody to just like,
Hold the microphone and get good quality audio.
yeah, not be shaky. I couldn't do it.
After a while, I'd be like, hey, come on.
I'd shake, dude.
You gotta work out your shoulders. Dude.
Yeah, they're buff. They got a technique too. They kind of like, they got their thing
They
going.
just lay it down. I know because one time I did an interview. Actually, I did it sort of like a
Not
sketch.
shake for You're like, oh.
No, I did a sketch once where it was like a movie about a single mom. I'm not the single mom in that sketch.
Wait,
It,
when?
it was for
what?
college. They asked
Oh.
me if I could be like a
For one of the
like
film
an actor,
students?
yeah.
Oh.
And I was supposed to be the boss, like giving the bad news to the.
You
single
showed
mom.
me this. I
Yeah.
saw this clip. You were at the student tutor center, right? When you filmed that or something?
I
You
was
turned your
I was
chair?
just in like a yeah. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I have it with me. I'm sure I would be able to find it. Anyway, it was three
Boom.
people. Yeah, 3 people. One of them was like fixing the camera. The other one was like talking through us like the story, what I have to say, where to improvise, where not to
They're
improvise.
interviewing you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so the scene was this. Single mom was there interviewing for a job, and I was asking her questions, and obviously she didn't get it.
why else?
Why obviously?
Because that's part of the story. It was kind of like a depressing story, you know?
Yeah. Because that's what it is.
Because obviously she's a single mom. But they were giving me first, there was one person with the instructions, like, okay, and you're going to say this, improvise here. It's like, do not improvise here. Say exactly what it says on
Stick
the paper.
to the script.
And I would go off because it's hard, bro, to memorize lines.
Yeah.
I guess it'd
Especially
be
if they
hard.
give it to you right then and there. Like,
Yeah.
They don't have cue cards.
And
Or if they
they
didn't
weren't
have
that
that.
hard lines. It was like, it was more like, I took a look at your resume and it says that you have a 3-year job gap. You know, that type of deal.
Mm.
I guess the hard part would be when to come back to like the written script,
Yeah.
because you
Because I could do something like, looking at your resume, I see that you have a 3-year job gap. What's the deal with that? Or I could
Jeez.
just stick to the resume. Like,
What's when you're dealing with untrained actors, I don't think it's smart to stick to the script. It's better to like have them feel what it feels like, and you get the better performance
Mhm.
out of them.
I
Because
was
it's
gonna.
just they're basically just people. They're not trained actors. They don't know lines, you know.
yeah, I agree.
So I have the script and I give it to them
You just say,
and
feel
ask
it
them
out.
to read it over. And if I want like something specific, we'll do a bunch of takes. But usually they improvise and they come up with some good stuff.
That's cool. I was gonna say that I would assume that to be true also. Like, if you are dealing with untrained actors, you kind of explain the story to them, and then they understand what they should be listening for and how their thing would
Yeah.
respond. So it's kind of like, what? Like if somebody told them something and they're supposed to be angry, you don't say to them like, oh, say this.
Yeah, I'm always like, what would you feel? Like imagine you're this person.
in the
It's acting.
first clip we watched where you said that everything was completely improvised.
Yeah.
You just give as the director of that.
so
You just
they're
give the
like-
direction, right?
Yeah,
Isn't
so
that
I'm
funny?
like, just you ask him to borrow the phone, and then you say no, and then
See if I
see
can
what
find it.
happens.
Okay, and you're just like, do you say like you have to be aggressive because you
Yeah.
guys are gonna fight?
So I'm like, start small, start low, and then build up, ramp up to the movement. You know.
And you say, all right, go.
Yeah.
Like,
Was
be
the-
free.
Was the fight choreographed?
I was going to
Yeah,
ask
the
that.
fight's choreographed, but
That
I
was, like,
didn't.
the
We
main
just
point,
planned it
right?
then and there. I was like, okay, what are we gonna do?
Like wrestling. Like, I'm going to
let's do
kick you
this.
here and punch you here.
The
Yeah.
fight
But I
we're
gotta get the
referring
shot.
to. What's the name of that video?
He was a loud man.
He was a loud man. You can find it on YouTube. That's cool.
Link down below.
Link in the description. Right. That's I guess director gives direction.
They direct.
Yeah, it's tough. But, I mean, there has to be a point where I don't know if you've ever had this, but I imagine other directors have had this where they give the actor some direction, they do something, and then they're like, let's do it again.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like even if it's something they came up with.
Yeah.
Have you done that with
Mhm.
your actors?
You have to, because that's that's making something. That's making a decision just out of fear of maybe they'll be a little hurt by it. I don't like that idea, But it's kind of important to do that if you're the director.
Because it's your video.
Yeah. But also they do improvise, and I'm like, yes.
Yeah, the flip side is true,
It's like,
right?
that's amazing.
Where
I
you're like,
couldn't.
wow, I would have
wouldn't-
never come
yeah.
up with that on my own.
It's great.
Yeah. That's cool. Interesting. Directing.
Yes.
That's what
Actors can be pretty.
They can be pretty, yeah.
They can be pretty
Self-conscious?
self-conscious. Even if you're buddies, you feel like you can like make a movie. It's no big deal. But once the camera's on, you get your directions.
Yes.
It's like, oh fuck.
What do I do?
So you gotta be nice, Gotta be nice.
Yeah. You have to also, I think, you're right. You have to not have that fear to like, oh, I didn't like that.
Yeah.
When you really mean it. Because
So-
it is your movie. It's your
Yeah.
product. Or if they do something and it actually changes what you were intending.
Yeah. So it's like that's not gonna work.
Yeah, you're like, no, I can't do that. It's very, very cool.
There's
Rico,
nice ways to do it. You could just be like,
that was the
never
word.
mind. Let's do something else.
Yeah. Just
Like,
be
oh, I'm
polite.
just gonna change it.
You don't gotta be a dick. You just be polite about it.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I used to love doing in elementary school? My favorite, like when we'd read our textbooks,
Oh, yeah.
I would love, because I do like acting stuff. Like that's very cool to me. I would love like, oh,
Reading aloud.
who's gonna play this part?
Oh yeah, I love those plays.
Yeah.
We did that in...
When you
we
read
did
like
that in high
Romeo and
school.
Juliet.
We even did it in high school too, but in elementary school, that's where we did it like 10 times.
I remember doing that.
I
a
liked
lot.
reading stage directions.
You'd be like, oh,
Or
and
like,
then they
we find ourselves in the castle.
That's
Hey,
cool.
Andres, I just sent something to the home concert channel. Can anybody open it on their phone?
Is it the video?
To the email?
Yeah, it might be.
Let me check.
Wait, what'd you send it to?
To the Facebook chat.
Oh.
Maybe it's locked because I can't.
I like doing that, too. That was fun.
Yeah, it's like it's acting.
It's like a table read.
It also depends how serious you take it,
Yeah. Which
Yeah.
we would always be
which
like,
I think we'd be like,
It's probably
Let's
a
do it.
It's
download.
fun. It's funny
Yes,
to take
yes.
it more seriously,
it is.
Yeah.
or at least give your best.
It's one of those things that I feel like at the time, most people are like, or they just be like, then I
Sometimes they're
don't
just
think,
not good readers too,
That yeah, I guess that has to do with it.
which kind of sucks.
when we would read it, because we played Macbeth.
Macbeth.
And
Macbeth.
who was I?
Uh,
You were
forget about
Macbeth,
it.
and
I was Macbeth.
and I was someone else.
Romeo?
His broski, his friend. I
No,
forgot the name.
Dromio. No.
Tight-
Banquo. Can I just see if
Did you
it
hear that?
works? If it doesn't,
That's
Yeah.
the molars.
it should say check it.
I like doing that stuff too, man. It was.
That's why
Does not
It's
exist.
just fun.
we've always said
They deleted
we
it.
wanted to do
Says doesn't
videos.
exist.
Not
think so
not
too.
just
It
this.
was good, though.
'cause this is very raw. I feel like me and this guy have talked about
Narrative
it the most.
driven.
Story.
Ideas or that. I feel like we'd be fine at improvising too,
It's fun.
because I think we are untrained actors.
Have you ever? What would you say if I asked you to write us a story and then we can star in it? Would you?
that
do
would be fucking awesome, dude.
All right.
Idea.
Actor?
You heard it here. Home Concert Channel. Idea. Aghostas Murfies. Okay, so moving on to the name. You touched on it a little bit
Aghostas.
earlier. What is? I've heard you refer to yourself as Aghostas Murfies, Stale Murfies, the anonymous proxy of Aghostas Murfies. Where do you? Can you explain those?
Shit, dude. They just kind of sound cool, don't they?
Augustus does.
The
Emperor of Rome.
What is it? Anonymous, the unauthorized proxy. What do
You
I call
said
it? Yeah, I know. I don't
Anonymous
remember.
proxy of
The anonymous
Aghostas
proxy.
Murfies. Like, hey, ho there, there, people.
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
that video?
yeah. The anonymous proxy. Yeah, Augustus is a fellow I know. He's a little shy, but he records his stuff and I upload it for him. No, just kidding.
Is it you? Are you referring to yourself
Valor.
as Augustus?
Yes.
Where did the name come from? Let's start with Augustus.
It just sounds cool, dude. Augustus.
You know,
I like writing out the G and the H. I like those letters.
You know, to me, your name sounds like your music.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if that makes sense.
Fits with
A little. I think
It's
I
kinda
can.
like-
So, like,
It's
Because
like I
when you
freaking-
think-
I put a
when you first
needle
thought-
in my arm and just let the blood go, and that blood.
And that blood spells a G.
It's like
So the-
mainlining. It's like
And an
mainlining
So-
my my consciousness.
The name sounds like the music.
Yeah, so the first time that you listened to the name Aghostas Murfies, what kind of music did you think it
I
was?
don't know. It's tough. I
Like,
feel like, but I don't feel.
I
like,
heard the music before the name.
Oh shit!
I knew the man before the name. I knew the
Okay.
music before
He just showed me the
man.
songs, and I was like, oh, well, and then I was like, oh, this is
Oh, is
Andres' brother. That's
Sounds
how
like
I knew
Augustus
him.
Murphy's.
Okay.
And then he's like, and then
When you heard Aghostas Murfies, did you think, oh,
that
It's-
fits.
it fits?
I feel like. I mean, I guess I could be wrong, but I'm trying to think of examples where the name is representative of the
AC/DC.
music. Only in rap. That's true.
AC/DC, like, damn, bro, this guy's got some high voltage, bro.
AC.
Dr. Dre, dude, this guy must have some medication.
Yeah. In rap, I find that to be true. And everything else, you can't. You know.
But is Murphy's after your dog?
Yeah. So you have a dog named Murphy, right?
Yeah,
Does it have a Murphy's? Have
I don't
anything
think
to do with
so.
it?
Sounds cool.
I think I just like the name Murphy, and I might have named myself before my dog, but I don't know.
Wait, when did you name yourself?
I don't know.
When did your parents
When he was
name you?
born.
The doctor asked him, "What's your name?"
I can remember writing the name out before I even thought of it as a pen name. So
The name just always stuck out to you.
yeah,
That's tough. Like, yeah, it's so weird that you don't have like an origin for that. What about
That's-
stale Murphys?
nah, just I like stuff that sounds cool.
But how did
It's
you
like
get
it's
stale?
like a picture, you know, like
Back-
that's aesthetically pleasing. Why is
Dude,
it?
that's
Why
the
is it
whole.
aesthetically pleasing? I don't know.
That's him.
That's you,
But
dude.
Stale Murphy's. It feels good when I say it. Stale Murphy's. It's like a name, you know. It's a
What's-
company.
It rolls off the tongue.
Rolls off the tongue, yeah, I think that's what he's trying to
So you never like brainstorm. You're just like, oh, that sounds cool.
It rolls up that.
I had Stale Sketty.
Ooh,
I like
that
stale
sounds
Sketty.
good too.
Sounds like a
Stale
rapper.
Sketty, but I didn't like it because it was
Steal
too
You feel like it was a little too.
comical.
Yeah.
Stale Murphy's felt
Maybe we
kind
should
of-
have
kind of
him
distinguished.
come up with our name.
With our
There we
band
go.
name.
We've been trying to rename ourselves.
It's been a
Gargle-
constant struggle.
Gargamel.
All right.
How about this?
Cardinal Rochelles.
Idea.
Who's Morris?
AKG filler.
Oh, he read the headphone. We use AKG headphones.
Filler.
That's, I feel like that's with tattoos too. So you just like something that looks cool. You wouldn't care if it has
Or
meaning or
sounds
not.
cool, or letters are cool. GH.
How about we call ourselves the Bay Place?
The Bay City Rollers.
Reading.
Bay City? We're not from the Bay City, though.
Park
We
Place.
got a bay around here.
Bay,
San
Bay
Diego
Place. Hey, we're Bay Place. No. Hey, we're Beyblades.
Beyblade Boys.
Gus Murphy, Stale Murphy's.
Augustus.
What's the difference between them? Is Stale Murphy's?
Stale Murphy's is the name of everything.
Okay.
So that
Umbrella
it's like
term?
everything that I make.
Movies, music, and then Gus Murphy's is just music. Okay.
Oh, actually, I use it for the films too.
Interchangeable.
Stale Murphy's isn't a person; it's like a company.
Ooh.
Augustus Murphy's is the person.
I got you.
Something like that.
And then there's the anonymous proxy.
Then there's me. There's also AM Records.
AM.
Augustus Murphy.
Augustus Murphy's.
Come on. It's also.
Keep up. Keeping up here.
Yeah, Jesus. I was like, what could that be?
Are you gonna focus more on movies or music, like going forward, or do you like to do both always?
Well, music is like almost, it's like a therapy kind of. so that's always gonna be there. But then I just love making movies.
You say
Videos.
that when you therapy, do you relate the songs to yourselves? Because I feel like they have.
Yeah.
It sounds like it has nothing to do with like Cactus Milk.
Oh, there's meaning in there. Somewhere in there, you know.
I mean, besides
I
the
don't like
lyrics,
stuff that's like not subtle, you know. It's like, oh, she broke my heart and she ran away, and now I'm thinking about her.
I'm buying a diesel truck.
What were you saying, Oscar?
That's my
not,
first album.
not
was
only the
like that.
lyrics. I mean, like the chords kind of make you. The chord
It's
progression
uneasy.
makes you kind of feel something, right?
Uneasy.
The music behind it, behind the lyrics.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's why I was saying about like when certain scenes of movies have certain types of music, it does add like a lot to it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was
And
saying.
Joel and Ethan Coen, they do some movies with like pretty much no music, like No Country for Old Men. There's no music in that,
Dude, it's
none,
insane.
and it's fucking
But
palpable.
the
No, a single
dialogue,
score. Like a single thing.
It's a
Nothing.
really good movie.
the dialogue, dude, is like
It's the acting,
insane.
the
Javier
dialogue.
Bardem.
The highest like tension.
He's considered one of the like Anton Chigurh
Yeah,
is like they always point to like, oh, that's
he's
a great
a villain. He is.
He's like
a
he's not even a villain. He's a nature. What do you call it?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
a like
Oh,
a force of nature.
Yeah, I like
Like
that.
it's almost like a you know that you remember in school we studied like conflict, person versus nature, person versus person, or person versus
Person.
I remember persons.
spy versus spy.
Very cool.
Sugar.
Anton Sugar. Yeah, they say that. They're like this sugar guy.
All right.
Tick and
No, okay.
Hit us with one more
No. I kind of wanted to hear his mind on just like if you had to think of a movie
right now.
in the next 30 seconds, just, not even a movie, just fucking just fucking sketch.
fucking.
Where would you go? Where does your mind go? It's because I want to see that puke inside your mind.
You want to see it?
He wants to see the puke before you.
He literally.
Yeah.
Fucking. Right when you said it, I just thought of like a couple anteaters coming in here,
Okay.
messing with the wires.
Okay.
So there's that.
All right. 2 anteaters.
They're not real anteaters. They're not like walking on all fours. They're kind of anamorphic ones, you know.
All right.
They're
And
walking.
Do they got names?
Cecil and Stem.
Cecil and Stem. Cecil, the smart one.
No. Why would you think that?
Dave Boss where the ants at?
Cecil and Stem. They came in here and messed with some wires. Do they do that a lot? I know I'm asking these questions because I'm also thinking in my head like where to take this.
Yeah, you're trying to.
How did they get to this point in their lives?
More
What
like
brought them here?
more like what do they want with the wires? They just want to fuck
Well-
around with it. They're just like a force of chaos.
They are actually not from this planet.
Okay, I like
And
that.
they consume copper. And they figured, let's pretend we're anteaters that will blend in like that, right?
Fucking
A mammal,
anteaters.
a fellow mammal walking in someone's home. Shouldn't be too weird.
Oh, like to them, they're like, oh,
You know what-
anteaters.
you know what
Everybody
this
knows
sounds
that.
like?
But then we see like, yo, what is it?
They're like, what the fuck?
It sounds like
Why is the mic cutting out, dude?
They're like,
anteaters are everywhere.
I don't think this is a good plan.
like this summer you wouldn't believe what's coming to town. And it's just like,
Hey, Cecil,
Yes, Dan.
you loading the copper back into the ship?
Dude, your voice. Hey, you got better. Your voice acting has
Practicing.
gotten a lot better.
okay, and then people are like, dude, where the fuck is my copper?
What's
Yo,
all gone?
I left my fucking copy
Like,
here
yo,
for
do you have
sure.
any pennies on you?
It's a common thing.
Yo, where the fuck is my
Where did I
copper?
leave my copper?
The shortage, the coin shortage.
Oh yeah.
There it is.
Coin. That's what.
You've explained it.
Exactly, dude.
Wow.
And Cecil.
You just explained the coin shortage in 30
And-
seconds.
Other than Rico's idea, is there any? What's the next
Project.
movie, film project?
When I
you're
got
working on?
planning,
Yeah.
I
don't
want
have
to
to-
do a horror thing for October for Halloween.
Oh.
Really cool.
Something about vampires, maybe. Vamps.
Classic.
Gotta
Video
go with the
vamps.
classic Nosferatu, dude.
Something like that. No, nothing
No.
like that actually.
I really like that movie. I watched
I've never
all of
seen it. Isn't it from like
Yeah, it's-
1930 something?
It's just
What are the types of vampires that you like? Like
Yeah, there's so many.
there's
What we do in the shadows are the best ones.
Dude, that would be so good.
It's a good movie.
Nosferatu makes an appearance.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Vampire depictions. Like 30 Days of Night, I think that movie, those are technically vampires too. So there's like the running. Oh,
Isn't that zombies?
no, I was thinking of I
Twilight.
Am Legend.
Oh,
They
I
say
am
in the book, they're literally like, oh, these are vampires. Like they suck blood and do all that stuff.
And they're like,
We're out of blood. Who's taking all the goddamn blood?
Might be about werewolves. Werewolves are cool.
So just like traditional
Twilight.
Halloween month.
There's always
Werewolves versus-
there's always gonna be a twist though.
yeah.
Good old Augustus twist.
I guess you gotta save that for the.
Is there gonna be a budget for prosthetics?
Maybe.
What do you make the blood with that you?
You said
The
you made the
last
squibs
one
yourselves.
made it with dish soap and food coloring.
Just dish soap?
That's why it was thick, nice and juicy.
What's interesting is it didn't stain any tiles. And usually food coloring would stain a little bit.
Yeah.
I guess the soap canceled it.
It's like,
Did you look
Canceled
that
it
up
out.
or you just did it? You just did
I was like, this looks like blood. I don't have any corn syrup. Can't afford any corn syrup. I bought. Oh, you know what I did? I bought a lot of fucking soybean oil or something, and I was like, "This is perfect blood, nice and thick." And then I tried mixing food coloring with it, and the food coloring is water, so it's just like a lava
just wouldn't
lamp.
mix.
Float on top.
So there goes the blood budget. And I'm like, "There's dish soap under the sink."
Something I never thought of, dude. Blood budget. You have to have a blood budget.
Gotta have a blood budget.
Who's your blood guy?
That's your blood guy. Other local artists. Who are you listening to, or who are you collaborating with? You know, maybe based in your area, or other.
I got some
smaller
friends.
musicians?
Got some friends who do stuff.
Okay, like who? Give me some names.
His name is Jose Carrillo.
Artist name?
He, I think his channel is called Nicey, Nicey, Nicey.
Okay.
I don't know what he does. He does stuff. He's trying to find his niche, you know, because he's always making a new channel, and he's kind of just evolving right now. He had a podcast going. He had like 6 episodes. He stopped. He's always talking about bringing it back. He does photography. He's a little scatterbrained, you know, so I guess he's trying to pick his medium, find himself. I also know this guy named Bryan. He's a good photographer. His name is Bryan Vejar. I call him Brad, though, because when we were kids, we watched Workaholics, and there's an episode with a special needs man named B-Rad. Bradlin. B-Rad is rad, so I call him B-Rad.
but his name is Bryan.
Brian.
You have a YouTube channel too?
No, he has an Instagram.
What's his Instagram handle? Do you
It's
know
a
it?
fucking mouthful. D. Bryan Vejar or something.
Okay.
The Bryan.
It'll be in the
guy.
description.
Sure. Yeah, we'll put it in the description. What about your goals? Do you have goals as far as music or movies? Like, if you reach one thing, you're like, all right, I did it.
If I like screened at a festival or something, that'd be cool.
What
That'd be
festival?
fucking sick. Any festival, dude.
There's,
Preference?
you know, actually, now that you mentioned
Sundance.
festivals, I have a couple friends who work for like it's called Latino Festival, but I feel like they try to make it really ethnic,
Yeah.
and they're always looking for people.
Like, the movies themselves have to be
It has
based
to be
on
like about the culture.
Chicano studies?
I don't know, because I remember watching like a scary movie that was based on a Hispanic legend,
Well, Chupacabra.
La Llorona.
Oh.
So
I saw that movie.
no.
The Curse of La Llorona.
Awful movie.
But I guess I would have to check. I'll get back to you on that one, Augustus. Yeah, my buddy Augustus.
Put a pin in it.
Yeah, but it'd be cool. I mean, have you ever looked in? I know we're wrapping up, but
No,
I was
we're
kind
not.
of curious.
We're not.
Have you ever looked into like Hispanic horror,
No, but I'd like to.
like your
That
tortillas?
shit
and
freaks me
that?
the fuck out. like a
Like
church,
your tortillas
like-
burned, dude.
like an empty church in
like-
Mexico.
Comes to life.
You
starts
hear
killing
like
people.
sweeping or something.
Like, have you ever
It's
heard of the
fuck?
La Mano Peluda?
Yeah.
I don't want to know about that. It
No, no.
sounds scary.
You never heard of that, dude?
Yeah.
Sounds familiar.
La
I
Mano
don't.
Peluda, dude.
Mano peluda, dude.
It'll get you.
El chamuco.
It'll get
Why
you.
don't you explain what it is? I don't know what
So
that is.
it's a hairy hand.
Well,
right.
I know that.
Yeah, but it's just a hand, right?
Oh, like in the Addams Family?
Yeah, like just the Adams, like, and
Oh.
it lurks in places where you don't want to be. A bathroom in a bus stop. You got off in the middle of Sonora.
And it would be in that bathroom.
Might be in a
no.
stall. Might be in a stall waiting for you. I'm serious,
So
dude.
is it
No, I know,
possible
I
to be
believe
like,
that.
I want to be here so bad that it'd be like, fuck, I can't be here right now.
Oh, well, I guess maybe I phrased it wrong, you know? You just have to be unlucky to be in the presence of La Mano Peluda. Or you could be sleeping and I go like,
That is
You
the
know what I mean?
worst legend I ever heard.
you know La Mano Peluda?
That is the
You know
worst.
they put that in Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
La Mano Peluda. I mean, I guess Chupacabra is one.
La Llorona.
La Llorona is
Duendes,
one.
dude.
Yeah, a lot of elves.
Duendes?
Yeah,
Yours doesn't like Duendes, dude.
elves. Like, have you ever seen Leprechaun?
The movie? No.
Oh, dude, it's so
Love
bad.
Leprechaun.
I don't like this person.
Well, with the festivals that you would go in, would just getting in and screening be
Yeah.
enough for you,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of reaction?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I
If they
mean?
hated it, it'd be fucking cool. That'd be cool.
That's what I was kind of getting at. It's like, how, I mean, the kind of movies you make, like you said, you have your input in. You're not really worried about appeal.
Yeah.
So I imagine, I don't know.
You're
I guess
doing
we
it
have to
for
see.
you, but you want to execute it well. What you're doing for yourself, and if people like it,
Yes.
they like it. That's
Yeah.
I've said this to all these guys like a million times when we
If
were
they like it, they like it.
when we wanted to do this or we wanted to do like another form of like art, like
Music.
music,
If
or
you
like I was saying,
feel it and you bring it out, it'll probably be good.
not that, not that what I meant, but like we wanted to do another thing for like because we play Smash a lot,
Mm-hmm.
so we wanted to do that. But I was saying like either people like you or they don't like you.
See, you feel like you want to do that. You feel it in your bones, right? Maybe you don't. Maybe you do.
Oh, like I want to do it.
Yeah, like you have a desire.
We've talked about doing it
So-
already. Yeah, so just do it.
Fucking do it.
Fucking
Just
do it.
don't-
You've inspired me
Just
today.
don't do it.
Just don't record it or anything.
We'll do it. Just
Yeah, but that was like you just want to do it well though. Like you just want the quality to be there.
I want it to match my image because the image I have in my head before it's all done is always fucking perfect.
And then
And then it happens and I'm like, that's not what I want. But
But that's why you're
try.
like you're saying, getting the experience and trying, and
At
eventually,
some point, it's going to match as best as it can. It's going to be sick.
yeah, but there's things that are getting in your way, right? Like
Time, money.
yeah, time, money probably is
Commitments.
huge.
Commitments.
well,
people,
imagine.
Sometimes people flake.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
People flake, especially when you're not paying them.
Oh yeah.
and if you're making a horror film, obviously think of like how much makeup goes into the
Yeah.
horror film, and that's like
If you want to do
There's no makeup.
a film in Japan, gotta get tickets,
You gotta get tickets.
a stay for 10 actors,
That's fucking crazy.
take
Going to
diesel trucks
some
over there.
what would you say is your favorite genre of horror?
Genre of horror.
Like subgenre of horror? There's a lot. There's like,
What do you mean, like vampire, werewolf, like that, or
yeah, well, there's like
psychological?
Slasher
Like-
films.
so there's like
mental
mythology
hospital stuff.
horror, right? Where it's like, oh, it's a legend that people
Mhm.
don't. There's like serial killer horror.
slasher?
urban
Right, like
legends.
Yeah, there's
urban-
urban legends.
I like mental hospital stuff. That's freaks me out.
You like what?
Mhm.
Mental hospital stuff.
Like okay.
I watched
like
one
the
floor
Shutter
of
Island,
Cuckoo's Nest when I was younger,
Love
like
that movie.
11 or 12. So it's fucking in there.
Did you
And
ever
it's
seen
a
Ratchet?
frightening movie. I'm watching it right now.
Yeah.
It's one of the scariest movies ever, I think.
One Floor with Cookies.
Yes. It fills me with more dread than any movie I've ever seen.
You know the kid is Chucky. Is Chucky? That's the same actor who does that.
What
The
kid?
the kid who kills himself at the end.
Billy?
Yeah, Billy.
He's Chucky?
He's Chucky.
Dude.
He's the voice of Chucky. I know. You guys should watch it.
What's
Spoilers.
I hate scary movies.
What?
I'm a huge.
You don't like scary movies?
I'm scared. I get scared. I don't like
but
it.
that-
Oh, you don't like being
But-
afraid.
I think
Maybe
it's
you
more
don't like jump scares. That's probably it.
Nah.
Like you don't
scared
like,
a guy.
like thrillers, maybe like The Shining.
Thrillers
Because it's
and
not like
those are
it's,
cool.
oh fuck, like something happens, it's like ooh, but it's like there's a feeling in the
Suspenseful,
movie
like-
that's like fuck. This is a really weird
It'll
feeling.
just bother me for the next 5 days or something.
I don't know when that because okay,
That
Like
went
when
away
you're
for you?
sleeping.
love scary. Like I love.
What's
horror.
that
Me
movie-
and Kimberly watched.
what's the-
Hereditary?
Hereditary. Like,
Yeah.
You've seen that and you like it.
and I liked it a lot. I thought it was a very good movie.
It's
Have you
pretty
seen it?
scary.
Yeah.
Hereditary.
It has like a fucking crazy feeling in that movie. Throughout
Yeah,
the whole
for
thing,
sure.
it's palpable. It's like,
That's why I loved
Yeah.
it.
You seen it?
You always feel like there's somebody
Yeah.
else. Like
But-
you see the characters, but
one floor of the cuckoo's nest.
I didn't
That's a
find
different
that
feeling.
scary at all.
Bro, when they're
Like, not
like,
even a little
when
bit.
they're taking them in and like the fucking psychos and they're like, like straight up
It's not scary to
screaming
me.
for them. Like,
I
can
think it's
imagine
like
being,
in real life. It's
Yeah,
scary.
yeah, that's
Oh,
what it is.
I
Like,
see.
imagine being like
Surrounded
a little
by
fucked
crazy
up.
people.
No, imagine being a little fucked up. You go to an institution, hopefully to get help, and they do crazy shit. Like they fucking do shit against your will, and you're like, fuck.
Oh, you mean the
can't
shock
get out of
therapy.
it? Shock therapy,
Yeah.
anything like that, man. It's like,
I guess I don't
fuck.
find that scary.
Or like if you're having like a panic attack and you're like you get up and you jump around a little bit, or like when he has a cigarette. What's his name? Christopher Lloyd, Dr. Emmett Brown. He's in the movie as a younger man, and he has a cigarette falls into his pant leg, and like after a while it burns his leg, and he jumps up. He's like ah, and they think he's having a fucking like manic episode, and they grab him and they fucking do something with him, you know.
yeah.
So it's like
Or
that's
imagine, like,
frightening.
I like that movie a lot. That's
your
actually,
friend
like,
falls
one
off
of my
his
favorite
bike and you have to
movies.
save his life.
That sounds scary. I heard about that.
Oh,
That
you'll
was
hear
nice.
about that later.
That was my scary movie.
If you watch scary movies, you've been prepared for that. Dude. Nah, I know that very well.
what do you think? What do you think about like cult?
Cult
Horror.
classics.
Yeah, not cult classics, but movies that
About
revolve around
cults?
some
Like
sort of
X,
cult.
like
Hereditary is one of them.
Oh, I like Midsummer.
Midsommar.
Midsommar is another one.
Midsommar's really good.
I like cults. Cults are freaky. Or Mandy.
Oh, with
You seen
Nicolas
Mandy?
Cage?
Yeah.
I've seen the trailer and a few clips of it.
That's a crazy movie.
That's
too.
not even a. That's like a art house. Like
Yeah.
super. There's not even like a kind of. There's a story in the background, but there's very like they just show random things.
Is
Yeah.
that the one where, like all the? It's like very colorful.
Yes, it's like red. They red.
It's more.
tinted
It's like a
everything.
lot about just the imagery. You know.
The basic
crazy
story
shit.
is that these
Some
people
shit
kill
seeps
his
into
girl, right? These like cult
Yeah,
motorcycle
something
guys.
like that.
And he goes and gets revenge on them. But then randomly they'll just show like montages of. It's so weird. It's very weird.
It's fucking awesome.
Very strange.
But you're. Do you just want what you're most interested in for film, horror films? Like that's what you want to make, or is it kind
No.
of
That's
just
the next project you said.
That's just my next project.
That's cool.
I want to make movies like Lady Bird. Stuff
so
like
just
that.
very realistic?
Just stuff
What's
about people.
What's another movie?
What would
that's
be
like that?
realistic horror? I feel like slashers even at this
One
point are
Floor
not
of the
even realistic.
Cuckoo's Nest.
I guess so. Like a lot of there's that movie I
Serial
just saw
killers.
clips of it recently.
The Shining.
It's
So we
terrifying.
No, Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
That's
Have
a
you
good
seen
one.
Yeah.
that? Well, it's like a parody.
Yeah, it's like it's using all the tropes
Yes,
against
of
you.
everything.
Like yeah,
That's why I feel like those
It's like
kinds
playing
of
with
movies are
it.
not realistic anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe the
Yeah.
first Friday the 13th people were like, "Oh, that could happen to me in my camp group," but everything after that, it's like, all right, that
How
doesn't
about
happen.
this?
I don't think anyone thought that about Friday the 13th.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think they thought a retarded
Jason
kid would
Voorhees.
come back alive after.
Holy shit, he's gonna come back from the lake.
I guess, yeah, I guess.
What
What were you
about?
saying?
So I'm just thinking like real horror,
Yeah.
which is kind of something we were talking about before this whole podcast.
Like a snuff film? You
No,
sicko.
hold on. What? We weren't talking about that before the podcast. Making me look bad. So we were talking about your parents being crazy. You know,
Yeah.
what do you think? What would you think about a movie living with a parent that has schizophrenia or something like that?
That's interesting.
Isn't that
Yeah.
hereditary? Isn't that like the whole thing?
No.
No.
That's what they lead you to believe.
But it's
No.
just like this kid's life trying to survive this, and some days it's fine. Maybe in the beginning of the movie, everything's fine, right?
I think that'd be
Something
more
starts
sad
creeping.
than scary.
Well, that's real life. It's just sad.
I guess that's another thing too. Like if the people who created the movie, if they don't bill it as a horror movie, can someone watch it and be like, "Oh, that's horror to me," you know?
Yeah.
Like One Floor Over the
Like One
Cuckoo's
Floor.
Like I guess, yeah.
That's a horror movie for me. For other people, it's just a
Just a
crazy
movie.
cool movie.
I like it.
I guess it's stuff with like Lady Bird that makes it very relatable. Is that it's just a movie that most people can relate to. It's a person going from senior year to college. Nothing big. Just like, hey, I probably won't get into this school.
Yeah.
I just have to apply to it. I don't have money to get into this school.
But when you get a scene that just feels real, like the dialogue feels real.
Like with her and her mom when they're driving.
That's crazy.
I love that. I've seen that like a bunch of times.
Can't imagine getting something like that, dude.
That's another thing too. Is
It's
for
almost
that
as
movie
if
with the relationship that
good
she has with her
actors.
mom, is like that's a real relationship.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like she almost like they don't like each other at a
Yeah.
certain point, and then when she gets older, it's like okay, it's my mom.
It's like a real relationship between a mother and a daughter.
It's almost as if it's like a good movie.
Like there's a message.
Anyways,
But she's schizophrenic. Take Ladybird. But she's schizophrenic.
Did you guys
Holy shit.
watch the Bo Burnham movie?
Oh,
Yeah,
grade.
8th grade is cool.
Kimberly saw it. I didn't see it yet.
I say it's very real too.
Because it's like she's on YouTube, right, and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
reading comments and stuff.
You know, there's been a new genre of that, like Zoom thrillers.
Oh, you mean like Unfriended?
You seen those?
I've seen like horror stories on YouTube, like Zoom horror stories.
That's
Fucking
a genre
so
that's
funny.
popping up, and there's been a couple movies that like.
Oh yeah, like Unfriended.
Unfriended. Or have you seen Searching? That one was really
Yeah,
good.
I saw that one. That was
With
good.
John
Yeah.
Kumar.
Is
No,
that- yeah.
Harold.
Harold.
Oh, with
Roldies.
the girl.
Super
with the girl.
good. Super good movie, dude.
Yeah.
There's another one that I saw recently. It's about like they're doing like a séance through Zoom.
I don't know.
Is
Like,
it a real movie or
like-
is it like?
It's a real movie.
Is it Unfriended 2 Dark Web?
It's it's like, please come over to my house and kill me, like séance type. They're bored.
I want to see how quiet it can get.
They're bored, and they're like, "Yo, this person does séance through Zoom."
That's like a Hollywood movie, or it's like a short independent movie. Or
I
what?
feel like it is an independent film.
I never heard of it.
Like Charlie.
do you watch
Charlie?
movies?
They all
a
die.
lot? Are you a big movie person?
They all die.
Not really, to be honest. I don't. I mean, there's some.
It's because I'm not like.
Yeah,
big-
like
no, I'm
I
not
mean,
either.
I wouldn't say that I watch like a lot of movies. I watched a lot of classic movies late. But yeah, not really.
Yeah, because I'm not either. It's just. Do you feel like sitting for 2 hours is too much? Doing nothing.
For 6 hours, dude.
I could do it, but
watch a trilogy.
just it's not really my thing, to sit down or to say, hey, I want to sit down and watch this movie.
I feel like
know.
I have to have nothing else to do.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
I won't put aside time to just be like, I'm gonna watch this movie. Like I'll like, all right, like what else can I do today? I'll just watch a movie.
Yeah,
Let's
we
watch a movie.
don't watch movies. That's funny, huh? We don't watch.
He's watching movies like nonstop.
Yeah, I like that too.
I mean, he's in.
Completely.
it's different
It's what he
for him.
wants to
It's what
be.
he wants to do. Like it makes sense.
Yeah.
But I
Good
definitely
stuff.
do that. What you described, like putting aside time to watch the movie, because then
Yeah,
like
you
halfway
do.
in, you're like Good Time. Like when I saw Good Time recently, you're halfway in that movie, you're kind of like, oh, what's gonna happen next? What's gonna happen next? What's gonna happen next? You're like, I'm like, dude, like you start to feel scared, like as a person.
You can
actually-
feel it.
Yeah, you feel it a lot, and it's kind of just like, wow, what would I do in that situation?
I hate it.
But I love it.
If I learned anything
hate
today, just gotta do it, dude.
Just gotta
do it.
All right. Who would you say is your audience for both movies and music? Yourself?
Pretty much. People like me.
What people are like you?
People who like making stuff. People who enjoy things that are made.
I enjoy things that are made.
Do you
Like
run
when
your,
when you watch like a cheap sketch and you're like, it's like bad quality or whatever, but then you can see the work that went into it, like the person's idea and their all that. I like all that stuff,
So obviously you have a group of friends who do it with you. Do you run your ideas by them sometimes, or do you just come to them
No.
like, this is my completed idea?
Yeah.
Do you want to do this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 'Cause
Interesting.
I feel like we would run our ideas by each other a lot
Yeah.
beforehand.
I was
right?
gonna say that. I was gonna say that I do that all the time.
No,
I'm very like, hey, give me.
feedback before you
Yeah.
continue.
Mm-hmm.
But no, you just want it like, it's your idea.
my way.
Yeah, but that's fine. That's fine
I
too.
think
It's
that,
your
yeah,
idea,
it's
and like this is how I want it done
Yeah.
because it's your idea. Kind of like we were talking about chefs. when they make food.
Like, hey, try this.
Like, hey, I'm gonna make this for you, and if you're like, no, I don't want this or this on it, and they're like, all right, then don't eat it.
What we were saying is like chefs create a recipe, right, for something, and then if you go to a restaurant and they're like, hey, can I have this, but don't put garlic or don't put this. Some chefs will refuse to do that.
Yeah,
they'll be like,
real
no.
chefs.
Makes sense.
You know what I mean? Like, so is that like if someone
He cooks up movies.
he cooks
dude.
up your movies, someone's like, hey, I think you should cut this scene.
Making something and they're like, I don't know about this. Like, fuck, dude.
You're like, oh no, you have.
But
no
it's not
input.
like they're putting a creative thing into it. They're doing it for like something else.
Like appeal reasons,
Yeah.
or stuff like that.
Oh, like
That's
it'd
like
be cool
my
if you did
worst
this for
nightmare.
this.
If
Yeah, I
like
guess.
this doesn't follow the regular beats of a story, I don't know if this is gonna work with audiences.
You hate rules to songwriting, to movie writing.
I
It's
think
like
they're important. I think they're important to break, and important to follow too.
like conventions in general.
Yeah,
Like
it's important to follow them.
It's good to have balance of both.
Yeah.
Right?
So
It's
you
good
make
to
your
have
own
balance.
rules.
That's true.
You follow your own rules, but you break other rules.
I break my own rules too. Sometimes. Nothing set in stone.
No, see, dude, no, like, yeah,
Nothing set in stone.
Nothing set in stone at all. That's really cool.
Movie.
That'd be a good name to a song, dude.
Walking contradiction.
Nothing set in stone.
The walking contradiction.
say I got a drink.
Who are you
Nothing
watching
set
now
in
or
stone.
listening to now? Today, like, who's inspiring you?
Marvin Gaye,
Today.
Oasis. I was listening to a little bit of Oasis. A lot of the Smiths.
Today's gonna
Morrissey.
be
Today, it's gonna be the day.
Movies
buy
wise,
my
what was the most
diesel
recent thing you saw?
truck.
You see Tenet?
I haven't seen it
understand
yet. I haven't seen it yet. I want to watch it really bad.
Don't. No, I'm just kidding.
I
I just saw it and
You didn't like it, Durs?
no, it's. I remember turning to this guy halfway through and being like, "Do you know what's happening?" And he was like, "No." We just started laughing for like 5 minutes. Like, nope.
I like those kind of movies too, though. Like, have you seen 2001: A Space Odyssey?
Yeah,
I've seen it like 3 times. I don't know what it's about.
I've tried to. I can't get past the
I
opening.
don't think anyone knows what it's about.
The opening is like 45 minutes of man starting.
That's like my favorite part, honestly.
I don't know. I like movies, and that's obviously a movie people point to and be like, "Oh, that changed the game." Blah blah blah. Stanley Kubrick and all that stuff. But now I don't know. I can't explain it. Can't watch it.
Do you see yourself being like a hard ass to actors? Like, let's say you made it,
I think so, yeah.
being like, dude, what the fuck? You didn't make your lines right.
I'm not rude.
He's like,
an
"Whoa."
asshole.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
like being very hard,
Direct.
like
Being
you're in the
direct.
situation.
Ridley Scott. Like how people describe
Yeah.
him.
Being
Or people
direct or
describe
Be like,
how they
listen,
describe Michael Bay too.
I don't like that.
They say Michael Bay says that he does it on purpose. He's like a real asshole on purpose. Because when you're making a movie, everybody's always complaining about one department. Like the lights are complaining about the costume designers and blah, blah, blah. But if you have one person who's the asshole, then everybody complains about that dude. And it's like, you got the whole thing working together.
So he does that to make the best movies. But his movies are bad.
I was gonna say that.
That's
His movies are
That's-
trash though.
no, they're not.
No, actually, I love Transformers.
Yeah, Transformers is amazing.
One, I love.
When did it come out? 2009.
Hey, Megan
The
The
Fox.
CGI is incredible. It's incredible. You watch it now and it looks real, photorealistic. It's amazing.
it is real.
And he
What are you
shoots.
talking about?
And he shoots. He shoots a lot of practical stuff. So like for fucking
Made
car
real Transformer.
crashes, on the like rolling out, like having an actual bus tumble on a freeway. Like it's cool stuff that they're doing.
But he's kind of an asshole about it.
Yeah,
But I guess that's
I wouldn't
his
say his
reasoning.
movies are great, like narrative wise, but I do like what he does. Like he has a good style.
He
you know?
executes it well
Yeah,
for what it is,
for what it is.
which is bad. No, I'm just kidding.
Which is
No, I love
schlock.
Transformers.
It's like schlock, I guess.
What is that?
Schlock.
Yeah.
It's like what you feed pigs, and they just eat it. Because it's
So you're saying
fucking
we're the pigs,
Yeah.
and Michael Bay's feeding us
just like
Transformers.
Here you
like
go.
Avengers is
That's some
schlock. You know, it's like.
I actually disagree. Avengers is the greatest. Thing.
Oh, actually, I do like Avengers.
Schlock.
But
You know
it is
the-
a little schlocky.
you know that movie-
It's not a bad word. I don't think, at least.
You know
Which
that
movie?
movie where it was like it's The Rock, doing The Rock Johnson. he's the hero that's gonna
Oh,
save
Dwayne
the
The Rock.
United
Oh, see,
States.
that's
Didn't we watch
schlock.
this
Yeah.
in the same
But
theater?
it's kind of. I like.
Oh,
rock,
San
I love
Andreas.
rock movies.
San Andreas.
I love that kind of shit. It's like super campy, cheesy.
It's
There's a
just
hero. They know they're gonna win.
What do we do now?
We gotta fucking surf up this wave.
Because I didn't even know he was there.
I was there.
I think it was me,
You were with Andres Morales.
Andres
and,
Morales, and it's like people from high school, middle school.
No,
I don't remember. But after the movie was done, we like got out, walked out. We were talking about it. They're like,
worst.
"Oh my god, that was like horrendous. Like, how is this even like? It has to be the worst movie I've ever seen." And then he came out too, and then we looked at him like, "Dude," and he was like, "That was the worst." It was,
You said Andres during that movie was talking to you a lot. Huh?
yeah.
He would be like,
I love when that feeling you have where it's like, oh, it's like the cheesiest stuff. You know, I love that.
Couldn't do it.
You don't
I
like
hate
that
it.
stuff?
it was bad.
We talked about
It's
this. The other,
bad, but
we
like,
talked about
I
this the
like
other
it.
day or yesterday actually. That with certain movies that like action movies that are super unrealistic or just like, oh come on, that you can't go into it with that mindset. It's kind of
Yeah.
just like,
We were praising Fast and the Furious.
yeah, it's like you do it
I
to be
love Fast and the
entertained.
Furious.
I not recently, but one of the things that I was saying was the trailer for one of the Fast movies, Fast 4 or 5, was literally a cold open of them on the desert robbing a truck while I was driving. And I remember when that came on, it was like, that was really cool.
That was a cool
That was
scene.
the coolest shit
The
ever.
thing about like sometimes it's just like they have a cool scene in it, and that's all it's worth.
No music, no nothing. The cars are covered, so you don't know what it is yet. You see like cars like driving and stuff. And you're like, what is it? And then the things go down. And you see Vin Diesel and Michelle Rodriguez. You're like, I know those
Is
guys.
it the one where they're like following a train?
Yeah, no, they're that was the newer one. They followed like a
A
semi
gas
truck
truck.
down like a
Oh,
desert
dirt hill.
Oh
So
yeah.
it's nothing. It's just that, and then they like cut open the back or something, and then they jump in, steal a bunch of stuff, and they jump back.
No, that's the train one.
Okay, that's the train.
The one you're thinking about is the gas one where they steal the gas tanker.
Yes.
Then there's
It's like
another
the cars
one.
are running out.
They're like partying in South America on top of like a big old thing of gas.
South America. I feel like I know.
I was wondering those chase scenes. Why don't they just
Chill.
Stop.
Yeah,
Stop.
yeah.
Stop.
Like you had enough wits and brain to drill a freaking hole. Why don't
Well, I
you
think the
just,
idea is they don't want them to know. They don't want them to know until they get to wherever they're
The
going.
idea is to be as cool as possible.
Actually,
But I feel
that
like
is the idea.
I'm driving a truck, dude, and I hear, you know, a Lambo is not quiet.
Quiet.
I'm like, dude, what the fuck? And I see they're robbing me. What? These movies are not realistic. I don't know why I'm putting a realistic spin on.
that's what that's what I'm
That's
saying.
what he's saying.
Yeah.
That
you're
You
right.
have
those
to have a
movies,
suspension of disbelief.
those movies you just go into to be entertained.
Yeah,
You can't go into it like that would never happen, or like, oh, I don't like this movie. It's not, the dialogue is horrible. It's supposed to be good,
You're right.
but
Next time I watch one, I'll
just go into it like
It's like
Cool.
Zohan.
Just turn your brain off.
Yeah, exactly.
Just turn
there it
off.
is. You turn it off.
Turn off that thing that's like, that's not cool.
There you go.
That's like kind of lame.
And you have to talk
Maybe
like
it's
that
not.
too.
But then if I do that with everything,
Everything's cool.
who
All of a sudden, you're enjoying everything.
Hey,
Or
that's
more
not a bad.
things.
That's not a bad thing to live by, dude. If you just don't think about anything, dude, you
It's
enjoy
not a bad
everything.
idea. That's what I have a lot of jealousy for mongoloids. People of that.
What?
bro.
People from Mongolia?
Yeah.
I don't even think they're called that, right?
No.
I have like a lot of jealousy for people who are a little more simple-minded. They don't have the same human condition as we do. You know, they're kind of just like, kind of hungry, eat a hamburger. Fuck yeah, I'm eating hamburgers
And
for dinner. That's
I was
cool.
thinking of
Would
that.
you play a?
I don't think I could play a simple person.
Well, so in Good Time.
that seems disrespectful.
So in Good Time with Robert Pattinson, one of the directors, one of the Safdie brothers, he
Mhm.
played a guy who was
Yeah.
disabled. He played it super good.
Yeah,
And he was going to counseling. Remember in the beginning, the doctor.
I didn't see it.
Andres, you remember in the beginning, the doctor's talking to him, and he's like, "Okay, how does that make you feel? Like, why did you do that?" And he starts talking to him. He's
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I just did it because his voice. I was like, I had to look up. Like, is he like kind of like the kid from Breaking Bad, the son? Because he actually has cerebral palsy. So and he was like super good.
That's how my brother Chris thought about Leonardo DiCaprio and What's Eating Gilbert
Good,
Grape.
good. Like, oh, he's
Oh,
good.
he is like he has something.
So people
Yeah.
have done it. Would you do it?
It's very.
I had to practice though,
It's a very
because
Because you have to be
specific
good.
question.
you'll have to
Would
be
you play
convincing.
someone?
Yeah.
Otherwise, it seems like very
There's
disrespectful
a fine line.
in those type of roles.
I'm assuming that's what you meant by mongoloid or simpler
Yeah,
people.
I was joking. I like
You was
using
joking, guys?
I like using language from a different time.
5 years ago,
damn Mongolians.
we were talking about that too.
Like when you're watching
humor
even
on the
Quentin
internet.
Tarantino, like he always has people just saying the worst shit and like calling people mongoloids and stuff. Like people in southern,
because it was for that time,
yeah.
which is fair.
People in northern China.
Love Tarantino.
I
My friend
I
actually.
probably watched like 1,000 Django videos where they have mentioned that
What?
like a lot of the people felt uncomfortable saying
Oh.
the N word.
Yeah.
But then
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
113.
The
everyone else
actors.
was just like, dude, just do it. Like,
Yeah.
just go. Like we have
Man,
to.
this is
Nobody's-
just a Tuesday for us.
It's like you're
Yeah.
literally acting.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is not
bro.
you.
Yeah, I know.
I can
That's so
imagine
weird.
though, like being in front of a lot of black people and
For
having
sure.
to be
To say it.
a fucking slave owner.
Absolutely. Are you kidding me?
I'd be horrified, I think.
I can't imagine it. I would never do
Up.
that.
That's some real shit.
Rico's done it.
I've never done it.
There's photo evidence. Of
I've
you
never
doing
done it.
Oh,
Photo
the
evidence.
Photoshop picture.
No, that's true.
Back when we were edgy teens, dude.
I know.
Yeah,
we
no,
were.
embarrassing.
Nah, it's funny.
Doesn't
Is it
even live
embarrassing?
anymore. Where's it at?
Oh, I got it.
I can't
Oh, you
find
wanna
it.
see it?
I don't want to
I
see
just
it.
got it.
You should never
will end your
delete
career.
anything.
Huh?
You shouldn't ever delete anything.
What do you mean? Like
You look,
posts and
you're like,
stuff?
oh, this is embarrassing. Take that off. Delete that.
What if you get fired for your job? Though?
All right, some things you can. It would get you fired from your job.
What if the internet cancels you and you lose everything you ever loved and
That's
had?
sad.
It
That's
happens.
just whack
Does.
with like cancel culture.
It's real.
It's
Happens.
a real thing. It happens. Yeah. Chris D'Elia happened to him recently.
Chris D'Elia, yeah.
Who's that guy?
You guys know about Chris D'Elia?
Brian Callen as well.
I know who he
Who's that
is.
guy?
And I remember
But I think he
the-
did bad
What
stuff.
did he do?
Chris
Who?
D'Elia?
I think he had.
No, Brian Kelly.
Oh,
think he had 4
has
allegations.
Like 3 women who accuse him of rape.
Yeah,
So that's real shit. But
yeah.
Chris D'Elia, it's a weird story.
It was the girl put on Twitter, right? Like, yo, and something like, oh, I'm
Nothing.
underage, and he was messaging
Yeah.
me, but she never revealed her age. Like,
Yeah.
he had no way of.
I don't think
knowing.
anything
That's-
has been proven.
that's enough, though.
No, yeah, all of that's been said is like he talked to me when I was 17 or something, and that's it.
It's not like she was like, "Yo, I'm 17," just so you
Yeah.
know, and he was like, "Oh, I don't care." It was kind of just like
Exactly.
he's just talking to her. How do you know? Like, there's no way to know.
Excuse me.
He looks like the kind of guy that would do it. Though.
He does. He definitely
And
plays
it's
the
a-
part.
played that
he
kind
played
of
2
person.
pedophiles.
Yeah,
Two
In
different
multiple,
roles.
like things.
I bet people pointed
So
to that
that's
and be
funny.
like,
And they deleted the episode of Workaholics where he played a pedophile after the whole scandal.
Oh, what?
Yeah, like-
like they pulled it.
Yeah,
they were
off of
running it.
Hulu. They took it off of Hulu. That's all they took it off of that I know of.
I'm guessing
Think-
they won't run it on Comedy Central ever again.
Augustus, what do you think about that? That at the end of the day,
Aghostas.
what, that's his name.
That's my name, dude.
Anonymous reporter.
No.
Like at the end of the day, I've noticed a lot that very big companies, and I say this because I've worked on projects for very big entertainment companies, they look for profitability. Number one thing, like bottom line profitability.
For sure.
Makes sense.
And moves like canceling that episode happen in an instant. Like, oh, let's pull it. Could you see yourself working in an environment like that?
Fuck. I really would not like that at all.
Where it's just like, it's
It's
literally
like-
corporate world takes over your creative mind.
Damn, you'd have to stay independent forever.
Yeah, which is tough. It's possible though. And there are still some people out there
Everything.
doing
It's possible.
You know, it's not selling out. Going to these
It's kind of like what happens
It's-
in music labels.
Yeah.
With music labels, I mean.
the corporate scheme ladder, dude, where they're like, nah, dude, are we making money on this? Is this gonna make us look good, bad? Nah, then let's pull it. And you don't even have a say in it.
Yeah.
I think Dave Chappelle said that, where he was on Inside the Actors Studio with what's that guy's name, James Lipton, and he was like,
he
"You
made
guys are
Lipton
all
tea?
because they do the show in front of film students, and so he's like, you guys are all film students. That's all well and good, but you don't know where corporate interests and creativity meet yet." He's like, prepare to have your hearts broken. And the guy starts laughing. The director,
That
James
sounds
Lipton.
frightening, man.
I know you said that? Well, before we started the podcast, you said that Rainn Wilson came to
Rainn Wilson.
talk at one of your classes.
Rainn Wilson is Dwight from The Office. If you
Yeah.
know, if you guys
Yeah.
know.
Oh, he is.
Did he ever talk about anything? I know he was talking about how to break into the industry,
Mhm.
but did he ever talk about like any politics he's had to face? Or
No,
what was he
we didn't
talking
really talk about that.
What did he mostly talk about?
Like his story, how he broke in, and what he thinks is the best possible path for young students to break in.
You think you could
2 cars.
give us a little?
Do you want a little bit of that?
Not
A
all
little
of
bit
it.
of that wisdom,
Uh,
that Rainn Wilson wisdom.
Yeah. Exclusive. You heard
Pretty
it here.
much, he just said, "Don't stop working, and don't be afraid to have a shitty job." That's like the. That's what he said, pretty much.
It's like a stepping stone to
Yeah,
other
because
stuff.
anything could be a stepping stone, or you meet someone who's a nephew of some big director or something like that. You know,
How did he even get his start?
Did he say that?
I don't remember.
That
Gotta play the politics.
He definitely talked about it though.
Yeah. Did they
Also, it was like a Southwestern college class, and you've had them, and you know, like
people
the
don't care?
kind of people.
Yeah.
They're like a lot of dumb people.
Hey, bro.
A lot of
stop.
simple minders. A lot of window lick smooth
just-
brains, I think
'cause
they call them.
It's Southwestern college. It's a community college, so people sometimes just take that for G's.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, imagine just like some guy who's like, "Este pinche
Yeah.
Who's this
It
guy?"
amazes me that some people aren't interested in film and they're taking the class.
I see what you're saying.
You know what it comes down. I don't know if you've.
That
I
makes
mean, you've
sense.
used
I
Rate
took
My Professor,
TFM.
right?
Hmm?
You've used like Rate My Professor, or you know about that website.
No.
You just rate. They rate them based on easiness to pass and everything.
hotness as well.
Yeah. And so
That's how they rate them?
Yeah.
they'll rate him on like, oh, what's his
Those
grading
three
policy? What's his how easy it is to pass the class, the work of the class.
And
So
hotness.
a lot of the best professors have really good ratings. So people are like, oh, I need a GPA booster. I just need to do something to transfer out, and they'll take
Oh, I see.
like a bunch of those.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I can see how that
Kinda sucks, though.
I guess not frustrating, but how like you being someone who's actually super interested in the subject, and then there's people who are just like not taking it seriously.
Yeah.
I get that how that could bother you. Because I imagine it's the same in like other classes too, like every other class.
Yeah.
But then imagine if you go to like history, right?
Yeah,
There's a guy who's
I know,
like,
you're just exactly.
there's a guy
That's
who's
what I mean.
like, bro,
Archaeologist, dude.
Christian Gonzalez.
did you know?
So remember, you guys said Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes.
Yeah,
I liked his teachings.
Yeah, we love
Great
him.
lectures.
he's actually
He made
become like,
history pretty interesting for me.
he's
He
become
did.
a buddy of mine.
Shout out to Mr. Rodriguez,
Recently?
wherever you
Shout
might
out.
be.
You see him recently?
I went to visit Southwest just to give a little tour, talk to him. Yeah, just become a really good buddy of mine.
So you met him one time after.
yeah,
Yeah, I still remember. He's one of those teachers. Like I remember a couple of his lessons.
Yeah.
Which actually like when he did World War II as like a barrio, it was like, oh, this guy disrespected this guy, so they
Yeah. Oh yeah, I love when he did that.
Yeah, that was so
He would
cool.
also do stuff where at like a last minute of class, he'd be like, and this happened, so this happened, and because this happened, this, and he'd just do that, and then we'd be like,
Yeah.
He's like, how
what a great teacher.
Yeah.
How do I get to these keys? Anyways,
yeah.
All right, man.
well, I look forward to this the video you write for us, so we can act. We can
Sure.
show you our
Oh,
acting
yeah.
chops.
Send us a script.
Yes.
You'll
I'd
see
love
my
to.
directing chops.
I'll send you a monologue, dude. Give me whatever.
I was winking at the camera.
Oh.
We'll bring
okay.
our A game,
Yeah, for
and
sure.
yeah, we'll
For sure.
respect your vision.
Appreciate you coming on. Aghostas Murfies, Stale Murphy's is the company.
AM Records.
AM Records also. Thanks so much for listening. Once again, this was the Home Concert Channel. You're gonna be playing some couple songs for us too, right?
Yep.
You decided on those yet?
After this break.
Aghostas Murfies, guys. Thanks so much for listening. Goodbye.
See you.